girl's got power, Florabella stands tall. Every drip, every drop, watch the haters fall. Channel sharp as thorns, ain't taking no mess. Scroll through her feed, feel that queen's finesse. Vines tangle tight, but Flora breaks free. Roots so deep, can't mess with her tree. From the mud she rises, roses from the dirt. Every comment section she lays down hurt. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless. From the garden green to the concrete wall, Florabella, unstoppable, nature's child. Leaves whisper secrets, she's the loudest shout. From the channel buzzing, she never backs out. Seed of strength, through seasons she grows. In the face of doubt, her spirit glows. Cameras ain't a limit, she branches out. Thorns in her crown, she wears it no doubt. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless.
Florabella on my screen, her smile it shines so bright. She's a queen with every scene, in the morning or the night. Recipes and good vibes flow, every video a gem. Her confidence it grows and grows, we're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows, she's where we all belong. With every like and every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong, she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Recipes and good vibes flow, every video a gem. Her confidence it grows and grows, we're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows, she's where we all belong. Every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong, she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows, she's where we all belong.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It has been quite a while, right? Quite a while since I have seen you all. Let me just move some of the stuff over here. It's been quite a while, and by quite a while, I mean like a few days. And that's just far too long for me. Okay, so I hope you guys have been enjoying your weekend. I hope you've been enjoying some time off, the hustle and bustle of work. Okay. I'm like, why is my screen not showing up? Because I'm doing things weird and different today. I hope you guys are enjoying your day, the weekend. Hopefully, you enjoyed some refreshing time. If you work on the weekends, hopefully, there's a rest point coming soon. Okay. Sorry it's been so long since I've done a show, and so long is 2 days. But I'm back with another one, okay, because we're going to keep the machine moving. We're going to keep this machine chugging and chugging and chugging along. So, the subject matter that we have today is family feuds. Now, you wouldn't be surprised how many videos and body cams and things like that are about family disputes. And I'm not just talking about like relationships, I mean like actual family, like siblings, parents, aunts, uncles. So many of the disputes and things that are caught on camera by police involve families. So I was like, you know what? Let me do a whole episode where we simply talk about the feuds between families, how they tend to play out. Now, some of them were pretty shocking for me. Okay, I didn't realize, grandmas were out here not being the favorite people in the family, but obviously, in some instances, that is the case. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna start with I had the wrong video on screen. So let me share this tab instead. We're going to get started with a situation involving a very young grandmother, right? Because her granddaughter is 15 and her granddaughter has a newborn. So this is like 3 generations, I believe. Is that 3? Yeah, this is 3 generations. Oh, no, sorry. Her daughter has a child. Her daughter is 15 and she has a baby. So it's still 3 generations, but she's not the grandma. She's the mom of somebody who has a newborn and she's 15 years old. The girl, her daughter is 15 years old and she had a baby. So very young family. I just wanted to mention that specifically because this is a young family, right? She's 15, already has a child. Maybe could be a generational thing. But things can get really, really tricky when grandma is put in a position where she has to defend herself. So let's watch this.
I told you I can't. It's okay. All right. My eyes are very bad. That's okay.
On October 8th, 2022, in Athens, Georgia, at a cool 54 degrees, dispatch received multiple calls regarding a vehicle collision. The black Honda Accord swerved off the road. It first struck a mailbox, then slammed into a telephone pole. The driver was dropping off her 15-year-old daughter and her daughter's newborn child at her boyfriend's house.
Hey guys, so before we even get into it, right? I already heard some issues. Okay, now first I'm gonna say hello to the people in the chat. Hello, Victor, aka King Rooster. We have Young Riaz. Tensa says, "Calm down, sir." I don't know who you're talking to. So I'm gonna give you some time to regroup and enjoy the show. But I already heard the first problem, right? Grandma's going to drop off not grandma, mom is going to drop off her teen mom child to the boyfriend's house, okay, with their newborn. Now, I hope that the dad isn't grown, but this sounds way too grown for these kids, all right? 15, too grown. First of all, too grown to have a baby, but too grown to even be going, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you being dropped off there to hang out? Why is mom involved in this transportation in the middle of the night, right, to the boyfriend's house? It seems inappropriate. All right, now that's what I'm here. That's what I'm gonna say before I see anything, because I know that type of situation, right, where the mom is actively, kind of in some ways being irresponsible, right? Because you should be encouraging those kids to stay in school, get proper sleep, have a good schedule to co-parent. If obviously now that she has the child, this seems like it seems off the books here that mom is bringing her to the boyfriend's house and maybe enabling in some ways. But let's continue.
Hello. Hey, is everybody okay? Yeah, everybody was trained. Who was driving? Who was driving? You were driving? You said you were driving, ma'am? Yeah, okay. They got an ambulance. All right, do you mind if I see?
What happened?
She was going to sleep. I was going to sleep. Yes. You don't even do that. You trying to start. I'm sorry. Yeah, yes, you will.
5'9".
Okay. Now, if your mother is going to sleep, then she's probably overworked. Okay, she's probably overworked. Either that or there's something else going on beneath the surface. But if she's falling asleep behind the wheel, why are you dragging your mom in the middle of the night out of the house in the first place? And with your new baby at that. Now we don't really know a lot, guys. We just started this video, but I'm trying to see if I could predict what the scenario is going to be when we actually see what unfolds on this scene. But I'm just going to say there's probably a little bit going on here with these two's relationship. I don't know that it's a DUI. Now, when I first played the video, you guys saw it looked like her eyes were rolling. So I'm not sure. That's what she's saying. That's what the daughter's saying. But let's watch a little bit more.
You want to signal one? You probably head this way to Benson Drive.
She will mess with
Here, we can step over here, man.
Here. Okay.
Let's step over here.
No,
Here.
Oh, really?
Hey, do you have your driver's license? Hey, wait. There's a car coming, man. Wait.
No, we was arguing in the car.
Yeah.
It's all about we was arguing and the whole time. We was sitting there arguing. I mean, you can look in my eyes.
Yeah.
I ain't been drinking,
nothing.
I'm on my way to drop off at her boyfriend's house.
Yeah.
We coming off of what's the name behind the back of Jessica.
Mind if I just see your injury?
My injury on my forehead right here.
Mm.
I'm going to pick up my grandson them day before we meet us up there on 106.
Okay.
And I just left home arguing with my husband.
Yeah.
He was with my family at the house. She got there arguing with me.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what? You say you do have your driver's license?
Yeah.
So what happened actually? You were arguing, but what happened?
I told her we were arguing in the car. I just left home arguing with my husband. Then we were arguing in the car. And then I was like, we were coming down here. They're right down my hand.
Now I'm gonna say right here, I'm guilty, right? I'm guilty of stereotyping, right? I would never have thought that a 15-year-old is pregnant in 20. What year did this come out? 2022, and there are two parents involved. Okay, now I know kids do what they want, but I stereotyped, and I'm wrong for that. Also, if your husband is home, why didn't he go drop off the daughter, right? Because obviously something's wrong with the mom. She caused this accident here. Let me find out. Someone got my sister pregnant. Ain't no BF. We have a shotgun wedding. Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, that there's just so much wrong with this story, right? 15 with a newborn. The mom's going to bring her to the boyfriend's house. I don't know. I don't know. Let's continue.
We were sitting there and I was telling her to give my hand. She was like that. Then that thing, no boom. And that was it. Were you driving? Yes, I was driving, man. I was driving. I just left home arguing with my husband, arguing with her in the car. Because at the end of the day, I bought her boyfriend before we go and drop her boyfriend's house. I was going to call my daughter, my stepdaughter, before we meet us at the marathon. And it's the whole time, no problem. Yeah, right? They're in the vehicle.
Yeah, they're okay. I'll get some information from them.
I wouldn't even dare.
The daughter said that.
She thought I was asleep. I wouldn't even come up.
Hey, that's your mom over there, right? Is that your mom?
Yes.
That's your baby?
Yes.
Are you okay, injured anyway? Well, you mind just explaining to me real quick what was it that happened?
We stayed by,
Yeah.
and she was going to go take me to my friend's house. And she started to doze off, and I told her to stop the car.
Yeah.
And mind you, I'm telling her to get up, cause she's going to sleep behind the wheel. Then we start coming down this road, and she's starting to go to sleep, and she's starting to swerve, and I'm telling her if she continues to drive And then I'm on the phone with my friend Shania, and I take a glance at my phone, and then I look back up, and we hit the pole.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you mind? What were you sitting? Yeah, sitting at
In
Wait,
the front.
Yes.
Do you mind? Do you have your ID on you?
where do you see the
No?
babe?
Okay. How old are you?
Oh, she do.
What's your name?
Damn, you got a good eye unexplained. I didn't even notice that. She's sitting there next to her baby with a vape in hand. Yeah, there's something wrong. Am I the only person who's confused how there's still teen pregnancies? I mean, it's 2022, but obviously this is not. I'm trying to be rude. This is not the strongest household. One, she's going out with her mom knowing she's drank. Maybe she don't know how much she's drank, but you're letting your mom drive you in the middle of the night, right? Yes. Also, vaping in front of the police underage. Vape in the United States, I believe last year or 2 years ago, became 21 plus. She's not 21. She just became 18, I believe. Because in this video, she said she was 15. This was 3 years ago, technically in October. But if she had a birthday already, she's probably 18. That's probably why they're not blocking her face. Okay? So I'm already sensing a lack of boundaries. There would be no way I would be getting dropped off at the boy who impregnated me's house. No way. At 15? No. We would be meeting in like a public location, all the families present, and like next he would have to come up with a dowry or something. At 15, this is outrageous that this is her situation, right? Now, I'm not trying to judge them because at the end of the day, her mom getting behind the wheel under the influence is wrong. But I'm already sensing and seeing poor boundaries in this family.
I just gotta get some phone numbers. Hey, what's a good phone number for you?
Okay,
I think I want to check
Carl
you out. Okay?
Thomas. What's wrong with you?
Hey, I heard you stay over here somewhere.
I stay up here on the right.
Okay. Did you see accident?
I saw it in my rearview mirror. I saw the car come up off the road, just topple back and forth, and I realized it went into the ditch. I got a front camera, but not a rear view.
Good morning, Dad.
Yeah. But that's where I saw him go off the road.
And you called this in, right?
She called and then I called to verify the
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, question. Do you know if your mom, does she usually fall asleep when she's driving behind the wheel?
Not all the time. She just started back doing it.
Yeah. Do you know if she takes medication or anything?
Something called
She just started back doing that. So substance use issues are present and normal in this household. It's starting to become a little bit clearer what's going on here. And I'm not judging them. I'm just saying, did they breathalyze the mom yet? I don't think so. I think they're still trying to figure out what happened because obviously the mom we saw her eyes roll back in her head. So we know she's at least was tired, right? But now the police are trying to figure out what else is going on. I don't believe she was drinking. I mean, we're going to find out in a second. But if she crashed to that extent where the car is off into a bank, what do you call that? Like a ditch, then I believe she probably either was tiredness, medication, or drinking while on medication that enhanced tiredness. That's what I'm thinking, because that seems like that's a bad accident, for somebody who was cognizant of what's going on.
Or depression and some other thing. I don't even know how to predict.
Do you know if she drinks alcohol or anything?
Oh,
okay.
Antidepressants. That makes a lot of sense. Lots of sense.
You don't know, or you thought? Okay. All right. Is this regular for her to act that way?
Sometimes, but she has calmed down on it. And then she just started doing this tonight.
Okay.
Like when we got in the car, she was perfectly fine. But as we started to drive, she wasn't. She started going to sleep.
Is that some kind of condition or what? Do you know?
At first, I don't know.
Yeah.
Her husband knows more than I do.
All right.
Really.
Yeah. So thank you.
All I know is she's taking medication for something from her doctor.
Okay. All right.
She won't tell me she took any medication, but daughter says she takes a few different things. She doesn't know.
That one right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she said she kept falling asleep at the wheel. She didn't say that. Daughter did.
Okay.
Said they were arguing because she couldn't
No,
fall
Vic,
asleep.
you're right, but the problem is NyQuil and things like that that help you sleep. They tell you on the bottle, do not operate vessel, machinery, or a vehicle under like when you take this. So even if it's over the counter, it gives you that warning. So if she did take something like that, it would have gave her a warning. Swear to God, when I drink off antidepressant, it hit 10 times stronger with like half as much. Yeah, exactly. You almost probably take yourself over the limit without even being able to tell. That's what people don't get when you have something like that in your system that's altering your chemistry, right? Because that's what it's doing, right? You don't have enough serotonin. You don't have enough whatever. It's helping to balance out that chemistry in your body. So you add alcohol, you add substances, other things like that. It's going to disrupt. And it might, in some cases, make it worse. Like there's certain antidepressants, if you take it and drink alcohol, it can make you have self-deletion ideation. So, teen mom, daughter, of course she on antidepressant. Oh Lord, come on, Gino. But I'm saying it's sort of, I'm not gonna say rare, but it's not as common. Like women really turned around that teen mother rate after contraceptives and things were introduced. So. I'm just saying.
While I'm standing there with her, she will do this.
Yeah.
And just be something
Yes.
like that.
Oh, sure. I think it's dry. Okay. You see constriction of pupils or anything? No, I can see. But she does have a big gastric. Okay. Hey, walk over here and talk to you. Let's get out of the road. Hey, I'm Officer Acinas. Is everything okay? Hey, do you guys have somebody to come pick y'all up?
I do. I don't know about her.
All right, we'll figure that out. If you want, you want to send him a patrol car? I'll see you at the house. Yeah.
All right. Meet me there.
Okay. Good.
Can you check your head out real quick? Yeah. Can you look towards me?
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
you know, I ain't been dragging them nothing.
Okay.
I mean, my grandkids at the house.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's,
So, got a few questions for you, okay?
mm.
What kind of medications do you take?
Oh, back
You
then
know,
it was like,
the reason why the title is Nobody Wins When the Family Feuds, right, is because at the end of the day, these conflicts, these issues that families have, they only serve to cause stress, create generational cycles of trauma, abuse, things like that. Honestly, I'm not going to say anything about her household, right? I'm not going to say, oh, the mom and dad are probably poor examples. Sometimes kids just do what they do. Right, but this level of arguing that the grandma probably, I'm not gonna lie, grandma who's probably in her 30s or 40s, actually she looked a little bit older than that, maybe in her mid 40s, she's probably struggling with the idea of having a teen mom daughter in this day and age where there's contraceptions, when there's all types of things that we as women start to believe are barriers, right? Are things that protect us, but not every child, not every woman, not every girl, whatever you want to call them, at the time of having a child. Because I think once you do have a baby, your body develops not into womanhood right away, because you still have to grow into that, but you have that maternal instinct now. You're responsible for somebody else. I just feel like the grandma is probably overwhelmed. She's dropping off her daughter to go see this boy. The boy obviously don't have a car or parents who can transport him, because you're the dad. You should be, you laid down and busted inside this little girl at 15 years old, and you were probably the same age or around the same age. But you should be taking the responsibility of going over there and seeing that kid. Nobody told you to make the child, but this is the problem is, when girls and teenagers have children, the people who carry the burden 9 times out of 10 are the girl's family. They're all hurting from this. But having these issues where they're abusing substances and mom is just all over the place and because that's what it seems like. She says she's been using like this before, to the point of falling asleep, and narcolepsy sort of happens to people who overdrink. Right? I don't know. Nobody's winning in this instance. Even if we could point to something the daughter did, her baby suffers. Her baby is suffering because of this, and it's actually it's unfortunate, for her. Yeah, no, there's definitely something going on in the family. They definitely don't know how to handle it, which has to be why she's driving her there under this condition in the first place. Yeah, in the middle of the night, she's obviously not a child. That's an older lady. She probably works. She says her and her husband were arguing. I wonder if they were arguing about the mom being so helpful and what do you call it? Helping to facilitate this relationship between her 15-year-old daughter and a boy who impregnated her. There's probably just so much going on. Like, honestly, it's probably full of drama, but this type of drama can be very draining and harmful to families. So let's continue.
Melatonin.
Melatonin?
Oh, yeah, but I ain't had none of these.
Okay. So I'm just noticing some things that are kind of indicative of impairment, okay?
Okay, huh?
Impairment.
What is it?
So like intoxication.
Oh, no.
So that's why I'm checking with you. So
Oh, no.
when's the last time you took your medications?
It's been a minute. But see, I have 3 kids.
Okay.
I keep my grandson.
Mm-hmm.
I got my 2 other grandkids that I have.
Let's walk to this side of the road. Hang on. So okay. So what kind of medications do you take?
So grandma's taking care of everybody. Because she says she got her grandson from this one. Other kid has 2 kids because she has grandkids. Grandma's taking on too much responsibility. She's taking on too much responsibility. And I'm curious how old the other child is.
You take normally?
And where can I put?
Hey, come on, this side.
No, normally?
Mm-hmm.
I don't take no medication normally.
You don't take any medication?
No, I'm one. Oh, my
Okay.
depression medicine.
So what kind of depression medication?
White pill. It
Without going and getting them, do you have the pill bottles in your car?
The pill bottles in my car.
Do you have those? Okay. All right.
No, they not in my car, but in my purse.
They're in your purse. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It, but I don't take them by these in the morning time pill. My morning medication.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So when's the last time you took the antidepressants?
And it was this morning.
This morning.
This
okay.
morning.
And do you know what your regular dose is?
It's a pill a day.
Just a 1 pill a day?
Yeah.
Do you know the size of the pill?
It's a small pill.
Okay.
Small bottle.
Like milligrams, if you had to guess.
Yeah.
Like 15, 20, 25, 5.
I think 20.
20?
Yeah.
So, okay, so 20 milligrams. All right, let's go stand up in front of the police car right up there, okay?
I know y'all ain't trying to say
What's up?
I can't even know how to see.
Gotcha. You just lean up against that real quick. I'm just going to talk
I don't want to make too many
okay?
assumptions, because we can't get this information too much further, because honestly, outside of DUI, it's not like they committed a felony or anything like that. But, I think we'll never know. But at the end of the day, it sounds like it, right? Because if the grandma is stuck taking care of the 2 kids, I'm not trying to be rude. She's the 15-year-old probably just doing what she's seen her sibling do: get pregnant young, become a mom, take on this responsibility. Use the mom as a helper, which is nothing wrong with your grandma. With your mom, aka your child's grandma, being involved, but I don't know. Yeah, Beth, honestly, they're not really treating the scrape on her head with urgency, but she's an older woman. She's on antidepressants. I think that it would probably be a good idea to be checking her head out and getting her an EMS, and then taking her to jail, obviously, for whatever, if she is under the influence. But it looked like a little gash across the top of her head. So the grandpa probably already gave up secretly. The sad part is what do we expect these old folks to do? They can't take on all this stress and negativity, and while they're supposed to be retiring, they got to be raising your kids. No, they don't have to do that. It's not their job, but unfortunately, a lot of grandparents, that's what they're going to do. They're going to do it for them kids. And now he might be hands off in terms of not wanting to be involved in, transporting her to see her boyfriend. But they probably, squabble about her, their daughter's decisions all the time. So anyways, let's continue the video.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I get my money?
Give me just a second, okay?
You guys could do me a favor too and hit the like button. We only got 5 likes right now, which is so sad, guys. If you guys could hit me with some more likes, I would appreciate it. Let me see. Now we got 6 likes. You guys can do me a favor. Come on. We've been on here for 30 minutes. You guys could hit the like button for me. It's free. You know, it doesn't cost anything. And it helps to push my show into the algorithm. So let's continue.
What's up?
Damn right, that ain't mine.
Oh, the black
Yeah.
or the swishers?
Yeah.
That's all right. You ain't in trouble for having swishers. All right, and yeah, there's just some change in here. All right, I'm just gonna put this back in the car, okay?
What?
Can you put this back in the car?
Why?
Do you need this?
Oh, that's my money. That's my
What money? The change?
change. Yeah.
Change? Okay, well, you can stay in the car for right now. It's just some loose change. Give me just a sec. All right, man. Are you okay if I check your eyes and make sure you're good to drive?
And let me just say this. The haters are awake nice and early. Thank you guys for interacting with my stream. Whether you like or dislike the video, it does help with, my channel, pushing it into the algorithm and things like that. So thank you to the 3 people who disliked the video. If the rest of you guys could hit the like button for me, I would really, really appreciate it. You know, I don't want to keep stopping the video to say that, but if you guys could just do me the favor of hitting the like button while you're here, supporting the stream if you can, you know, hitting the cash app, hitting the super chat, whatever it is that you can do to support the channel would be greatly appreciated.
Do some field sobriety exercises. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. All right, perfect. So all I need you to do is just take a step up for me. Stand with
Look, my eyes are very bad.
Okay, that's okay. I'm not testing your vision.
Okay.
Set that stuff down. All right. Take a step up off the car for me. Just this way. One more. All right. Stand with your feet together, arms down to your side for me, okay?
Right now?
Just like that. Yep. All right. I'm just going to have you follow this red light with your eyes and your eyes only, though. Don't move your head, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just track that red stylus for me.
Yeah, I think they're sort of disregarding her head injury a little bit too much, but maybe because they want to just wrap it up and decide if she is drinking under if she's been what do you call it? If she's been drinking and driving. But you're right, she does need to get checked out. But you know, the police, they have their prerogative, and for them, they're more interested in whether or not she's under the influence. And then, you know, obviously, if they need to put her in an ambulance, they're going to put her in an ambulance. I'm happy about the boy-to-girl ratio amongst my siblings because the ladies of our house are well protected. That's good. That's really good. How old are you, Jito Planet? How old are you? SMH, cops will do anything to get an arrest. I think it's more about before because accident scene can get very chaotic, especially once EMS gets here. So I think they sort of have to figure out what happened quickly. 30, okay, yeah, that's around the same age as my siblings. I'm the only girl though. So I have a sister, a half sister, but you know, she lives on another continent. But yeah, I'm the only girl, a bunch of dudes, a bunch of brothers. So you know, the ratio, it's always good when the ratio is more guys than girls because at least they're gonna be like, oh, she got a bunch of brothers, let me not bother her, you know. Not sometimes. That and she's got a big bruise on her head, like that wouldn't also be a reason for failing it. Yeah, exactly. I don't like how slow they're moving to call EMS, especially because she's a little bit older too.
Your eyes up real wide for me. Open your eyes up real wide. You're falling asleep on me. Stay awake.
I told my eyes are bad.
It's okay. Just keep following that. There you go. Just keep your eyes open just like that. Keep them open. Keep them open. Keep your eyes wide open for me. You're doing great. Keep it going. Wide open. Wide open.
Okay.
It's okay. Just keep looking at that red light. You're doing great. Keep looking over here. Yeah, no, you're good. Just keep looking right over at the red light right here. Red light. Keep looking at the red light. You're looking up in the sky. Look over here. Just keep looking over here. I'm gonna bring it out a little further. Keep looking at it.
Now, how disoriented would somebody with head trauma be? in terms of having a light flash in their eye and expecting them to look at it. Usually when people have head injuries, they can get a sensitivity to light, things like that. That's usually a sign of a concussion, but yeah, it's definitely a little passive aggressive. It can present like this. That's what I was saying, because she looks like she's like kind of, her eyes are kind of, you know what I'm saying, going a little too far off. Like when you're about to fall asleep, that's kind of what it looks like. But she has a gash across the top of her head. I don't know. Unexplained. You better hit the gym now, because one day you might get that phone call and God forbid. Yes, he has to be a strong man, because it's literally. Why can't they just breathalyze her? Actually, Gita, one thing I found out is that breathalyzers aren't just readily available to every officer. It's still one of those things that not every police department, sheriff department, whatever, it's still one of those things that they don't all have. So it's not as common as you think. Now, they might have to go back to the station and do it. So when you have a head trauma but not even know who you are yourself, let alone be able to follow a small light. Well, she definitely knows who she is, because she, thought to conceal the fact that the arguing started after she crashed the car and not because they were, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't start arguing. They didn't start arguing, apparently, according to the daughter, until after the car crash. So, I mean, she was trying to act like her daughter made her crash because they were arguing, but that's not the case here. So, what is going on? Yeah, you got to learn how to fight. My gut is not substance at all. All right, let's continue.
All right, going out again. Keep following it.
I told you my eyes are right.
This editing is foul. This editing is whoever edited body cam POV. I'm gonna need your cell phone right now. I'm gonna need your cell phone. I'm gonna need your camera. Okay, you can go ahead and log off. Someone said she looks white. I'm gonna need the editor of this video to mail me your telephone, your computer, your device, everything. You are no longer allowed to be on the internet, because this editing is foul as hell. Look at this editing, guys. And I'm not trying to make fun of Grandma.
Definitely.
Right.
I'm not trying, but come on. You see your mom looking like this behind the wheel. Why are you even trying to let her? Why are you even trying to make her drive you anywhere? Like, this is the thing about 15-year-olds that they don't get. Like, everything be so immediate. You see your mom looking like this. Why the hell are you getting? Why are you letting her get?
Definitely, you're falling asleep.
I told you I can't. My
It's
eyes.
okay. All right.
My eyes are very bad.
That's okay.
See, I can't feel that. That's why I can't drive like good and like drive like that at night.
Okay.
My eyes are really bad.
Just because your eyes are bad? What kind of eye condition you have?
I got what you call it, cataract. Like
You got cataract? Okay.
and this side, and my blood vision is real weak.
Okay.
Like, kind of weak.
Have you been injured lately?
I need the editor of this video to go ahead and log off today. I think you're done. I think you're done for today. Shouldn't have put her mom in that situation in the first place. Why couldn't she stay home? Exactly. Or order an Uber. Or, they have Uber Teen now that you can put underneath your parents. Order an Uber. Or better yet, why doesn't your boyfriend come and pick you up? He probably came and pick you up when he got you pregnant. Now you got grandma running around like she don't have 3 babies living in her home when she is grown. And she shouldn't be raising nobody else's kids. She's still raising your stinky behind, the 15-year-old. But these family situations get so rough because, yes, grandma, mom, whatever, she shouldn't be driving like this. She shouldn't be driving in this condition. But the fact that she felt it necessary to drive her child and her grandchild to this boy's house in the middle of the night, knowing she's not in good condition, she's probably been overexerting herself. So I'm not going to demonize her for that. She's probably been overdoing it. These family situations get so sticky because literally when the girl has the baby that young, the grandma becomes a double parent. She's still raising her kid while her kid is supposed to be raising a child herself. Yeah, and I wonder if he even works. Is he putting gas in grandma's tank? Probably not. Because kids are more focused on there and now and not the bigger picture, or at least it's what I think. It's definitely not fentanyl. Yeah, it's not giving fentanyl. It's giving, probably prescription meds, alcohol, etc.
Have you hurt yourself at all? Or did you get in a car accident before or something like that?
Yeah, before.
Before? Okay. Do you take any pain medications for that?
Oh, no, not like that.
No, okay. All right. You take any pain medications for anything else? Not even Tylenol?
Yeah, with Tylenol.
Okay,
yeah.
do you take anything more than Tylenol? Maybe,
But my, what's the name, pills?
The antidepressants?
Antidepressants and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So antidepressants, do you take any, anything like Adderall, anything like that?
No.
Okay. Okay. No Suboxone, methadone?
No.
Okay, no methamphetamine or heroin, right?
No.
Cool, just making sure. Just questions
And
I ask
listen,
everybody. Okay.
her daughter pretty much confirmed that she has a substance abuse issue or like falling asleep, being like losing that consciousness. She has that issue. She didn't specify if it was medication or alcohol, but she said she's on a lot of meds. She's taking antidepressants and things like that. And obviously mom is used to going over her limit. Now she does say that mom has been doing better recently, but people tend to revert back to their baseline level of substance abuse after a while, especially if they're not staying clean and really not drinking. Looks identical to it, but with context, I don't think so. Honestly, let's continue.
Okay. All right. Are you okay to keep doing some exercises for me?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, like, for what?
Just so I can make sure you're safe to drive.
I'm safe to drive.
Okay. Well, I'd like to go ahead with some exercises. Well, because you already drove your car.
Oh, Lord.
So I'm just trying to make sure that you were safe to begin with. Okay.
Hold on, drove my car.
What's that?
You said I'm safe to drive because I drove my car.
Well, that's what I'm trying to make sure that you're safe to drive. All right, so just stay like that for me. I'm going to demonstrate some stuff for you. I just want you to pay close attention, okay? Well, not no more. Actually, you know what? Come right back here. All right, you're good right here. All right, so stand right here in the middle and just face towards me. Stand with your feet together, arms down to your side, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate some stuff for you. I just want you to pay close attention, okay? I want you to imagine a line on the ground. It's a straight line, okay? Go ahead and place your left foot on that line for me. Yeah. Now place your right foot in front of your left foot, heel to toe, just like this. Yep.
Look, now.
What's up?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. When I tell you to begin, don't begin just yet, but when I tell you to, you understand the instructions I gave you?
Yeah.
Okay, you can look down at your toe while you're doing it and count your steps out loud for me, okay?
Not needed. Okay.
All right, so place your left foot on that line again. We'll place your left foot on the line. All right, now, yeah, place your right foot in front of your left foot, heel to toe.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right, so left foot on the line, right foot in front of your left foot, heel to toe. All right, well, hang on just a second. Go back where I told you. So left foot on the line.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I got authorized.
You know what?
Okay, place your right foot in front of your left.
Already there when we arrived. So I don't know if they checked her or what, but I remember weren't they sitting on the ground with the daughter and her baby, and they said she was good. So maybe she didn't require going to the hospital.
Foot heel to toe.
Yeah.
All right. You understand the instructions I gave you?
Yeah.
All right, you may begin.
Yeah,
Off, off, off.
I ain't
Off.
smart now. I know my knee. I got arthritis in my knee. Sir, really, my knee. And just had the accident. I don't know, Sam, but my knee hurts so bad. I think that's 9, if I'm not mistaken. I think more than 9, but can I rest my knee?
Well, just try and complete the exercise for me.
Yes, sir. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, my knee hurt. Oh,
She had
Lord.
no business behind the wheel. Okay. Now it looks like she got socks on. Are those shoes? I can't tell what she got on her feet, but yeah, she had no business behind the wheel. She doesn't even have the energy to do basic tasks, you know. And if she doesn't have the energy to do that, then she could be tired too, right? She could be sleepy. The medication could have made her fatigued, and that's what's happening. That's scary. That's actually just as scary as someone drinking and driving. I wanted one of these where they made someone walk hurt and they got hit. Oh boy.
It hurts so
All
bad.
right, that's okay. We can stop.
It hurts so bad.
That's okay. We can stop that one.
My knee hit the dash.
I got you. Okay, you want to try one more for me?
My knee.
Okay.
You see how it's swollen?
Yeah, I got you. All right.
Sir.
Do me a favor. Place your hands behind your back, okay?
Sweetheart, I'm not
You're under
drunk.
arrest. You're under
For
arrest
what?
for driving under the influence.
I didn't drive. No, I didn't. Sir, I promise
Keep your hands right here
you.
for me.
Sir. Sir, I didn't drink any of that.
No, I'm not saying you drank anything.
I did not take my medicine with this morning. My daughter can tell you. Sir, please. Sir. Sir. Lord, ma'am. Sir. Sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I did not. I promise
Okay,
you.
you don't have to say anything. We're going to walk back to my car. I'm going to read you something, okay?
Sir,
Just
please.
come this way. Come there, okay?
I did not drink nothing. I did not do
That's right.
nothing.
So driving under the influence is a little more than just drinking sometimes.
I did not.
Okay.
Sir,
you know what?
Medications, they tend to say things on them that are like
I
drowsiness.
You good.
And
You
you
good.
can't
I'm trying not to
drive
do
on
this in
them.
front of your kids, so let's
I
just
know,
keep
but you
walking,
already
okay?
doing it. But my thing
Well,
is, so you're gonna say after the accident, I had to. My knee is hurting. I didn't have no.
I'm not basing
I
it
didn't
off
take
that, okay?
anything. You base it off my medication, but my medication stay on me.
Oh, it's not that you have it on you.
I did not have nothing.
Okay.
What
You don't have to talk or say anything right now, okay?
I'm saying because it's false lockup.
Okay.
Really? Because I just had an accident
Here, let's go this way, okay?
and my knee is killing me. Really?
I mean, she should be going to EMS.
I had fight in the car.
I'm going to say that she should be going to the ambulance. I mean, she had a car accident, whether she calls it or not. She should be going to EMS. That's one thing I'm not understanding here.
With my daughter. Lord have mercy, and my knee is hurting. I'm
You
serious.
hit a barrier.
This don't make no sense.
All right, take a seat for me, okay? I'm going to read something to you, and I'm going to explain everything.
She had a pretty bad accident, actually, Smudge. She fell into a ditch and hit a pole or whatever, and she had her daughter and her granddaughter in the car with her. So it was a pretty bad accident. Airbags went off and everything.
Everything, okay?
This ain't right.
All right, let me read something to you.
I'm fighting in the car with my daughter. This is not even right.
No. I'm going to explain everything to you. Just take a seat for me, okay?
Right. It ain't right. It ain't right. My knee hurt. I was not under the influence. Fighting with her in the car. I just left the house arguing with my husband. I didn't do anything.
How old are you, ma'am?
I didn't do anything.
Ma'am, how old are you?
I didn't do anything.
Ma'am, how old are you? What's your age? Okay, how old are you?
I'm 45.
Okay, let me read this to you, okay?
Not right.
Hang on, I just need you to pay attention to this, okay?
Ain't right.
All right, listen to me, okay? The state of Georgia has conditioned your... Will you submit to the state-administered chemical test of your blood? No?
No, because it ain't right.
Okay. I'm going to read you one more thing. Listen to me, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand those rights?
That ain't right.
Do you understand those rights that I read you?
It ain't right, sir.
I understand what you're saying, but do you understand the rights that I read you?
No, I don't.
Okay, let me read them to you again, okay?
No, I don't. I don't.
You have the right to do you understand those rights?
It ain't right.
Ma'am, do you understand the rights that I read you?
No.
You do not.
No, because it ain't right.
Okay, but I'm not asking you if this is right or wrong. I'm asking you if you understand the rights I just read to you.
I don't.
Okay, what do you not understand about those rights?
I don't understand because of the fact that I just had an accident. I just left the house arguing with my husband. And then I was arguing with my daughter in the car. I was not under an influence.
Okay, but
I was not, period.
Okay, but do you understand the rights that you have?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Do you understand that you have the right to remain silent?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you have the right
No.
to remain silent.
No.
Do you understand that?
Right.
Okay, what do you not understand about that right?
Because you know you have done a lot.
Well, I do, Gito. I agree with you. I think it is an honest mistake in terms of, I don't think this grandmother meant to get in the car and go drink. At the moment, just in honest confusion. I think Cage, though, I think it's pretty obvious, right? The mom got into a car accident. She has a gash across the top of her head. She's complaining of physical pain, right? A concussion and and somebody under the influence. I'm assuming some things could look similar. Now, I'm not going to completely take it off the table that she was drinking or whatever, because we see at the end here the charges that she got. But like they said, drinking isn't the only thing that you're driving under the influence of, right? So if you took the medication that says don't operate heavy machinery or a vessel or a vehicle, right, then you did also drive under the influence because they warned you not to drive. They warned you that it would look like a substance issue, right? So it looks like she was only in jail for 24 hours though, and she took a guilty plea on everything. I don't know if she ever. Oh, yeah, driving under the influence of drugs. So it was literally her medications that caused her. So this one was a little tricky. So it's not like she was drinking and driving. She genuinely, had medication that she wasn't supposed to have behind the wheel, right? But let's watch the. Let's see if there's any. Let me see here. No, she's gonna keep sounding outraged, and they're gonna take her to the. Oh, okay, they did take her to the hospital. Hold on, guys. See, because this is what. All right.
As the officer was taking the suspect to the jail, he witnessed a car accident.
Oh.
The driver tried to flee the scene, but ended up being arrested for DUI. I know you all didn't come for that, so if you'd like to see that, leave a comment or like the video, and I'll post it soon. Here's a quick clip, though.
It's gonna be weird, but can you hold my hand?
Wait. Yeah, so he didn't take her to the hospital. That's crazy. Now I wonder if, like I said, when we first saw the video, because there's a newborn, they were checking the daughter and her baby. Now I wonder if EMS was just like, oh, she's fine. But if she's complaining about pain, head trauma, and things like that, it just seems like that was an improper handling. Now I wouldn't want to. From what I've seen, I wouldn't want to get caught by no police in Georgia, and that's all I'm going to say about that part. All right, so what do you guys think about that one? That one was, I found this one to be like ethically, like you almost could look at it a little bit differently because of the circumstance, right? She has a young daughter who has a baby. She's taking care of everybody. And honestly, she didn't drink. She had her medication that she wasn't supposed to drive. And honestly, I think that in some ways her daughter put her in a bad situation, but she's so young and she just didn't know. She didn't know better, So let me know your thoughts on that one. We're going to move right into the next one for a smooth transition. Now, this one here, I can't remember if I included this in something else under a different context. So if I did, my apologies, guys. I've done so many body cams by now. And I'm finding it genuinely hard to keep up for the most part. Okay. I usually know when I've done a story, but sometimes I don't. So, all right, let me put this one on this screen so that I can focus on the chat and the video at the same time. Hey, Kyle Miller, my day's going pretty good. How's yours? Don't care about your well-being, especially that's not always true. All right, Vic, I don't think that's always true. So I feel like crime like this shouldn't be punished. Crimes have to have a malicious intent. Well, I think because she only spent 24 hours in jail, if she got probation, they probably feel like it didn't harm her, but it really can. It can harm your ability to get an apartment, to get a job, things like that. So, anyways, let's continue though. We're going to get right into the next story. Where am I? Okay, there we go. Now, this one, and they call it high risk neighborhood fight ends badly. There's an issue here between this family, and you're going to hear about it in a second. So let's get into it. I don't think her failing the field sobriety test should have been grounds for arrest, considering the fact she was injured after a vehicle collision. Take her and PD get bloods. Well, they treated her kind of inhuman, because you get into a car accident, you hit your head, you have an injury, and they don't do anything for her. Yeah. I get in trouble, you better come get me out. Vic, no. Don't get yourself in trouble. That's rule number 1, okay? Because I ain't bailing nobody out, definitely not during tax season.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Sorry for this. I don't even do this. I don't sell here at all.
Okay.
I come over here to get my mom because my cousin sells over here. He has a house he sells drugs out of, and people who smoke drugs, they stay in it. And it's this house right here and the house next to him. Both of these are drug houses. My mom went up there, asked them, can they charge her phone? They wouldn't give it back. So my little sister, the one who stays with him, calls me. And she's like, oh, can you come get mom's phone for her? I'm getting ready for work in a little bit. But my house is right there. I'm like, let me go get my mama's phone. Let me bring her home. You feel me? So I knock on the door, get a phone. Nobody answer the door.
Which unit are we talking about?
Both units.
Upstairs?
Yes, y'all need to the canine people, it's drugs in these houses.
And you know what gets on my nerves though? I'm gonna just say this. I get it. She got into a fight with her family member. Her family member put hands on her and her mom. So she wants to ruin her at this point. But you've been comfortable going to this drug house every other time. But because y'all fought this time, now suddenly you want the police to go and bring the dogs and get all the drug dealers out? Trying to use the police to, get back at your family members, not cool. Not cool. Y'all get into a physical fight? Okay, you get into a physical fight. Do I think you should press charges? Hey, if you feel like you need to, but you could just walk away. You could just not interact with your family. You're grown. You don't have to. You're not forced to. You're not a kid anymore. You guys are putting hands on each other. Just walk away. Cut them off. I don't understand why call the police talk about, oh, come get the drugs. They're not going to believe you, first of all, because you're doing it to get back at your sister. So, anyways, let's continue.
Like,
okay.
So yeah, I get her phone back or whatever, and I'm coming downstairs. He comes outside.
Who's that over there?
I don't know.
Black tank top with camo pants?
She has a dreads.
Yeah.
That's not nobody.
Oh, okay.
It'd be a whole bunch of people just walking around.
Okay. So you get here because your mom needs to get her phone from Charlie. So you go upstairs, you get the phone.
I finally get the phone. Me and my mama, we coming downstairs. He come outside, and it's like my little sister staying with him. So he just like, he make her do whatever he want her to do, basically. She's right there. I need you to arrest her. If you
Who's that?
My little sister. She put her hands on me and my mom. I did not hear her back because this is not what I came over here to do, and I don't do that. Her right there.
Ma'am.
She's not. She's running up now. She hit. You see? You see?
Hey.
I will do you. It's the same one.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you gonna do over there?
Sir, but
what are you gonna do over there?
Let me just say, she didn't help herself. Why even call the police if you're willing to act a donkey in the police and show that you're willing to fight? Right? Because as soon as they Mukavelli's funny, he said, "You what's good with you? You was lit the other night." Oh yeah, that was me just enjoying the weekend. Why would you? As soon as they see you doing that, they're gonna be like, "Oh, so you got into a fight with this person that you helped instigate. Now you want us to come break it up. We're not doing that." Right? Notice how she's telling them, "Oh, arrest her. She's the one who hit me," and they're not doing anything, right? Because they can tell what's going on here. Unfortunately, this girl wants the police to get involved in this family squabble. Okay? She's used to picking up her sister at this drug dealer's house, but for some reason now she's ready to call the police. You know what I'm talking about? Talking about, oh, well, you need the canines. You need the canines. They're not listening to anything you're saying because you're showing overt signs of aggression as well. So they don't even know who the aggressor is right now. Yeah, Bridget says now she's the aggressor. Exactly. And now, do you think they're gonna just naturally believe her side of the fact that, oh, she put hands on me and my mom and I didn't do nothing? First of all, she took off so quickly when she saw them people come out. Well, she's the one who called the police, Shiesty Mom. That's the problem. She's the one who called the police. She called the police because she wanted to use them against her family members, you know. And the only problem is she wasn't smart enough to act and play the damsel in distress in front of the police. If you are going to call the police after you go squabble with somebody, like y'all have fisticuffs, okay? You can't be acting all boisterous when the police get there. You gotta be like, no, she put her hands, she smacked me upside my head. And you have to be like, you know what I'm saying? She didn't even do it right. I'm like, what is going on? She doesn't give smart, right? She's acting very emotionally right now. She is only snitching because she is not allowed to smoke all the. That happens when you go over someone else's house with mess. You might get beat up. Yeah, I think it's weird that she was talking about, oh, my mom had her phone charging there. She couldn't give you the charger and let you go charge it at your own house. Right? Like it's giving maybe there was a different reason for being there. That's actually hilarious reframing it like that. Listen, I'm just saying. You're completely right. They should have handled this without police. As of now, it's going to get worse by a little till it calms down. Yeah. And I bet you she only called the police because she's mad that she, got hands and feet put on her as she should be, but you don't use the police. You don't weaponize the police against your family. And then, as soon as your family comes back around, you acting just as boisterous as she was. You got your ass beat already, obviously. That's why you got, so sour enough to call the police. I just think this is not something that should have been handled with the police. But obviously, they don't know how to talk calmly to each other. So let's continue the video.
Hotel. Yeah, that's why we're here. That's why we're figuring out. You going over there and starting not gonna do nothing.
All right, let's go over here. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Okay. Because I'm gonna try to move you over here. Okay.
All right. Hey.
Don't walk up on me.
Hey.
I ain't say a fork time. You
Back up.
I don't want you to go to jail.
Girl, you gonna run up on you in the car?
Back up now. I'm giving you order right now.
Girl,
right now.
What you doing, girl? And ain't getting no money, hoe. Ain't getting no money, hoe.
Y'all gonna
Excuse me, she got aggressive. All right, you hit me. Damn. I could be 600 with your mama, hoe.
I'm not, no, that's my daughter. She dead ass wrong.
And Sammy Edis, leave me alone, okay? Leave me alone. I'm trying to handle this professionally, right? Because this is why you can't get the police involved in issues with your family. This is how it be. Like, it be chaotic, and especially with these type of families that are used to squabbling and fighting all the time. You see how many people just came out of nowhere and started screaming immediately? Now they gotta hold each other back and all this ghetto shit. I mean, it's so much. It's a hot ghetto mess, okay? And that girl will go. She's fighting the police. Now she's like, don't you put your hands on me. Look, now I gotta show you this again. And I hate that I'm so petty like this. I hate it. But we're gonna watch that again.
Ain't getting no money, hoe.
y'all gonna
Excuse me, she got aggressive. All right, you hit me.
Let me just say, you got a family member that looks at people like this. Like, oh, you guys don't be having no civilized Christmas. These be the type of family members knocking everything off the shelves and pushing, knocking shit off the table. These be the type of family members doing that. I'm just saying that face. That is a face of somebody who needs to be medicated. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it's like she's like, oh, she's like, give me one more time. That and stale weed with a bit of boob mixed in. Okay, you guys are ridiculous. But I'm just gonna say this: you got a family member that looks at people like this. You don't have any good holidays. Your holidays are always fights. Yeah. Let's continue.
Don't lock me. That's my daughter. She dead ass wrong. She dead ass.
Look at me. Look at me. Calm down.
Nah, come on. Hold on. I'm not supposed to be laughing, okay?
Don't lock me. That's my daughter. She dead ass wrong. She dead ass.
Look at me. Look at me.
Apple be tearing families apart when they change their charging cables. Listen, I don't think this had anything to do with no damn cell phone, honestly. I think they probably had something they needed from each other and they're not talking about for real. I don't know. I can bet you that house smells like feet and people's body parts. Wow, that is crazy.
Calm down.
Both of them tried to hit me. Now take her to jail. I want to press all charges.
Where did you guys live?
I live somewhere.
Well, then you guys need to go home.
I live here. They don't.
Okay.
They don't.
Go home. Calm down. Look at me. Take a seat. Take a seat. Take a seat. Take a seat.
Okay.
Take a seat. Take a seat, please. Take a seat, please. I got you. What's your name? What's going on? What's going on today? What do you want? Your phone?
Walgreens. Government assistant card.
Okay. Do you live here?
No, but he's a dope man, so he got everybody.
And your car's upstairs? Which apartment?
Second apartment.
So upstairs on the back side here?
Yeah, both upstairs apartments in the back.
My car.
Man, hey. Wait over here. Wait over
trying
here.
to make sure
Wait
he's
over
not
here.
leaving.
We're not doing this again. Wait over here. All right?
Y'all,
You're not in control of the situation right now.
I don't
all right?
control the situation.
You want to take? I'm done
direction.
listening. I'm done listening.
Why y'all over here
I'm done listening. All right? I'm not here and arguing with you. You going over there and starting stuff is not going to help.
They didn't tell you to get down there. You don't.
I told her to take a seat because she's not acting right.
Okay.
So you want to act right or you want to take a seat as well?
No, I'm not gonna take a seat on the ground. I'm not a dog.
I'm not telling you you're a dog. Never said that.
Man, it's cool. Come on, let's go. They don't never do. Come on, let's go.
I want my car.
You running over there is not going to do nothing.
I'm not running over there. I'm trying to tell y'all why y'all worried about this. This could be getting away.
All right. Well, we got to figure out what's going on, ma'am.
Okay, he has her card. What are we doing here? Y'all, what happened? What are we doing?
Well, all we need to get is your government card, and then you're leaving.
No,
I want
these
my
people
car.
is going to jail. People put their hands on me.
So who put their hands on you? How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
How old is she?
I'm not even supposed to be over here. I came over here from my mom. This ghetto shit I do not do.
Okay.
So what are we doing? Are we taking them to jail?
Hey, hold up. Hey, back up on my shit. Why you in my shit?
Am I in it?
You're in it.
I dare you touch me.
I ain't touch you, bitch.
Then back up. Then back up. There's one out.
We're over there, please. Just run up on us.
You see, now the police are confused, and so am I, right? Because you called the police. Right now, you're somehow upset at the police for, looking at the vehicles on the scene and investigating stuff like that. This gives me that they were up to no good, right? And it's ironic that you're up to no good. Now you're calling the police to supposedly arrest the people who abuse you and get the drug dealers out. They definitely don't have a right to search. I just think she should have just left it alone. They weren't going to go in the car. They're just going to see what's in plain sight. And do you have crack pipes in plain sight? Do you have crack pipes in plain sight? Otherwise, I don't see what the issue is. Unexplained says this just keeps getting better. I don't know, honestly. These people were just a complete mess. Let's continue, though.
Am I in it?
I know the law. That's me.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Officers are coming closer and closer to arresting someone for disorderly conduct.
I know the law.
Hey, can you back her up, please?
Yeah, I got it.
Touch me for no reason.
If you want to talk to us, we'll talk to you about it. But there's no point in yelling.
They're literally doing nothing, though. I'm just gonna say this. Usually the cops come and they'll de-escalate and they'll tell somebody, hey, one of you guys gotta leave, you know, da-da-da. They're not de-escalating. They're not charging anybody. They're sort of just standing around trying to hear people's side of the story, and everyone's still yelling at each other. You know, so I would say this is probably one of those situations where I'm like, what are the police going to do? Are they just going to keep standing around waiting for this to resolve itself? Or are they going to be involved? Sometimes I watch these and I'm like, okay, these cops need to calm down. Like, it's not that serious. Give them the time to explain things. And then, you know, we see why we should have, you know, they should have just been as aggressive as they were. But anyways, let's continue, guys. I still don't know what the police are really doing for these people. Unexplained says they're giving us this amazing masterpiece. Oh yeah, this is a whole hot ghetto mess. But again, the police aren't de-escalating a damn thing. Notice the title though. This is a high-risk neighborhood, so they're probably thinking like, "Hey, we're gonna have a much more frivolous, like dangerous day than this moment." You know, I would have left the scene. When individuals exasperate the situation, it just makes things so much worse. Yeah, there's almost like all the cussing and yelling. It's almost like the only thing they can do is detain somebody in order to get them to stop going back and forth with each other. Yeah, I would have left the scene too, Bridget, because at this point, somebody can go home without going to jail. So
I'll talk to you. So let's talk about it.
Here we go. Here we go. If you don't,
Hey, split them up. Split them up. Split them up. Split them up. Go over here. Go over here. Go over here.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Let's not make this worse. Let's not make it worse. All right, let's not go in your house then. Go in your house. Guys, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Sister, that's the difference.
walk away. Walk away. You're going to go to jail. Walk away. You're going to go disorderly conduct. No, walk away. Walk away.
Everybody's so upset this morning, man. Such a beautiful day. I don't know why everybody's so upset. We got to just be thankful we got another day on this earth. That's all we got to be thankful for.
So what are we doing?
Everybody's going to go their own separate ways.
No, somebody's
What's the issue?
My sister's going to get locked up. That's the issue.
Who's getting locked up?
She's getting locked up.
Who is?
Bro, all this shit going on.
Set aside to a go to jail right now.
What happened? You need to get her out of here before she goes to jail. They're saying that you put their hands on her, like you drove over here to fight them, and you're saying that you drove over here. Relax. I'm trying to explain it. I'm trying to explain. Okay, well then bend
who the hell that is that just came? Now, this is the thing that be bothering me. Why do people call their family members to come somewhere that the police have showed up? How is that supposed to help? And then he come up there just yelling all stupid, not even making eye contact with nobody, looking all...
Already.
The rough story that officers gather from the absolute chaos that is occurring is that the original girl and her mother, who complained about the phone they couldn't get back, drove here and started all of this arguing and commotion. Things are about to get even more tense as the mother begins sizing up an officer in a fighting stance.
Don't take a fighting stance. I promise you right now, you're going to go to jail.
You better not touch me. You better not touch me. What are you doing?
She's going to
For what?
disorderly.
For what?
Disorderly conduct.
I saw her stand.
Yeah. I got it. You got it?
I love how messy the editors are, you know, because she does try to bite him. And I'm glad he missed that bite, because them teeth, he would have needed a tetanus shot. You know, and take the antidotes, take every antidote that exists for, you know, the incurable 3 letters and all that. They could have just gone home. Yeah, it sounds like the police actually were trying to give them the option of, you know what I'm going to say? The police were playing the waiting game. They were waiting them out, hoping they were going to resolve it on their own. You know, and maybe they were just gonna walk away from each other, but that didn't happen. You know, once niggas start fighting is coming. Okay, people are gonna start fighting. Once you start to see the unhinged body language and facial expressions, squabbling will happen before everybody resets to a normal chemistry balance internally. So let's continue.
Don't walk over there. Just stay over here with us, please. Stay over here with us, okay? Please.
Oh, no.
Just stay here. Okay, just wait. Wait until it's done. Wait until it's done.
Mom, what the fuck? It won't.
She's gone. Come on.
I'm not gonna keep under me. You guys haven't arrested the people who did something.
We will talk through this, but you're not gonna walk up on them. You're not.
I just want to get my shoes. I'm not walking. I cannot hit you guys. Paul, that gun.
All right. Come on. Hold on. You're going to get searched real quick.
Don't touch me.
Relax.
Don't touch me.
Don't fight me.
Don't touch
I'm telling you right now, I'm going to search you. Don't fight me.
Ah! You right now.
Hey, relax.
Push the right now.
See you.
You crosses.
That's
On the ground when I walk. Watch me. Come. Okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Get this bag out of your pocket.
All right, we'll
Yeah, as soon as you finish up, yeah, we ready to go too.
All right, that's
Stop moving.
Hey, y'all still touch my pussy though, right? You touch my whole pussy. Whole pussy.
Done?
Yeah, we're good.
Have a seat in there.
Nobody wants
Honey, I'm not even gonna go there.
Tessa, get in the car.
Get
Hey,
it.
hold up. What you not?
Hold on. Let me double lock these stuff so you don't move.
Touch my whole pussy. Whole pussy.
Done?
Yeah, we're good.
Have a seat in there.
Nobody wants Tessa, get in the car.
Get
Hey,
it.
hold up. Y'all still touch my pussy though, right? You touch my whole pussy. Whole pussy.
Done?
Yeah, we're good.
Have a seat in there.
Nobody wants Tessa.
I didn't even catch the tongue out the first time. Hold on. She needs medication.
Take this bag out of your pocket.
All right, we'll get
Yeah, as soon as you finish up, yeah, we ready to go too.
All right, that's
Stop moving.
Hey, y'all still touch my pussy though, right? You touch my whole pussy. Whole pussy.
Done?
Yeah, we're good.
Have a seat in there.
Nobody wants Tessa, get in the car.
Get
Hey,
it.
hold up.
See, it's easy to miss the tongue.
As soon as you finish up, yeah, we ready to go too.
All right, that's
Stop moving.
Hey, y'all still touch my pussy though, right? You touch my whole pussy. Whole pussy.
Done?
You almost could miss the tongue out. He said he didn't touch my pussy. Honey, I promise you, it's probably radioactive. So if he did touch it, he probably hit the sanitizer a lot after. Okay, this is crazy. Not a part, but the whole kitty, the entire kitty cat. Yeah, I didn't catch that one the first time. I didn't either. I almost thought she was serious about him touching her, and then I looked over and she had her tongue out. So.
Yeah, we're good.
Have a seat in there.
Nobody wants Tessa, get in the car.
Get it.
Hey, hold up. What you not?
Hold on. Let me double lock these
What
stuff
you
so you
not
don't move
gonna
on
do
you.
is flame me, bitch.
Wait, look the other way. I don't want you to spit in my face.
Crackle. Crackle.
Ma'am, I'm trying to get the cuffs.
Crackle.
Lock on you so they don't get any tighter.
And so.
You got it, man?
There you go.
Get the other one too?
Yeah, I did the other one. I was able to get it.
I'm on my
All right, have a seat in there.
Yeah, thank you.
I help me up.
Don't kick me. Do not kick me. And still trying to find out. Somebody know you're gonna fight an apartment.
Listen. I was sleeping my bed peacefully.
Here or somewhere else?
In my apartment.
I don't know you're.
Beth, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and turn your phone in for the day. You're on timeout for this, okay? You're gonna be on timeout for this. He may have, because it hangs so. Honestly, as broadly as she's moving, it probably do hang low, honestly. Hey, Florida Bella, how you is? I'm listening in the background, cleaning my dang house and doing laundry. Oh, thank you so much, French Front Porch. I appreciate you being here. I almost called you French Porch. Thank you for being here with us today. If this was my parent. Yeah. And you know what's funny? I'm almost now starting to think the one who was at this house she might have been dealing with some mess, because if her mom acts like this and her sister is going along acting like the mom's innocent, I don't know. I think I'd laugh, but this is so pathetic. It wraps over too funny. I don't know. Just ridiculous, honestly. But let's continue.
Your apartment is, ma'am?
I have my own apartment, sir.
Where is it at?
Okay. I'm a medical assistant.
Okay.
And I'm a manager at McDonald's, and I'm a waitress at Slaney's. I work. This right here, I don't do.
Okay.
My day starts at 10:30, and I don't come.
Oh, Lord. Honey, then you shouldn't have listened to your mama, right? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, Front Porch, for the donation. Sorry, my phone is all loud, so I heard it as soon as it came in. I appreciate you. But, you know, it's kind of sad because the sister might be getting roped into the hood booger mess because she loves her mom. No, you missed it. There was a third career, okay? So we're going to move back because this is a hardworking young lady. And if nothing else, she deserves the praise for being, you know, for being a hardworking young lady.
And still trying to find out. Some got an argument,
Listen to me. Listen. I was sleeping in my bed peacefully.
Here or somewhere else?
In my apartment.
I don't know where your apartment is, ma'am.
I have my own apartment, sir.
Where is it at?
I'm a medical assistant.
Okay.
And I'm a manager at McDonald's, and I'm a waitress at Slaney's. I work. This right here, I don't do.
Okay.
My day starts at 10:30, and I don't come home until 10:30 at night.
Okay.
That's every day for me. Today I can't.
And you know what's crazy? She's in 3 different, you know, levels of hardworking careers too. Medical assistants bust their ass, McDonald's managers bust their ass, and waitresses definitely bust their butt, and they earn that money. You know, so this is something to be proud of, but she needs to stop bringing her mom on these little quests to get her dusty stuff. You know, she can't be dealing with her family this much if this is what's going to cause. Because she very well could have ended up in jail the way she booked it off up to the side to go confront her sister's, you know, friend or whatever. Some people don't value family like that. That's what people don't understand. You might have a big, high value for your mom, but if your mom and your sister don't have that same value for family, then you're putting yourself in a bad situation. You know? Yeah, we definitely can't choose, Gino, but we can definitely choose how we live our lives going forward. We can choose not to be like this. We can choose not to associate with people like this. We can even choose to put limits on the amount of time and the things we'll do for our family if this is who and how they are. You know, sometimes you have to make those adjustments, and especially as you become an adult. There's no way you should be working at my company or clinic with this BS on the internet. You know, and that's the sad part too, Francis. This could very well affect her real life too. I hope it doesn't, honestly. You know, because a medical assistant, a McDonald's manager, and, you know, somebody working at a restaurant, those jobs are so hard. They require so much physical labor that I don't think an internet should have any impact on it. Now, if it was like a brand company or something like that, that makes sense, like, you know, a career. But she's doing all the work. If that's what she's willing to do to earn her money, let her be. But she got to stop. She needs to stop associating with family like this. It's not good for her. If one day she wants to level up, it's going to come back and bite her. And it's not even nothing she did. She was just there. You know, that's the danger of body cam, right? It helps with transparency, but it also makes our lives and our situations very transparent as well.
To get my mom's phone from upstairs. The same girl who put her hands on me is the one who called me, my sister, and said, come get mom, come get her. So I drove up here.
But you saw how your mom was acting when we've tried to talk to everybody. We want to work like this. This is how we work together, is we talk through it, you tell us what's going on.
It's just sad.
But screaming back and forth doesn't work.
I could have sat up here and I could have fought my sister back.
What did she do?
Put her hands on me.
Like how?
My mom was getting in the car. I'm walking to the car. She put her hands on me before I could even make it.
How did she put her hands
Punch me, hit me.
How?
All type of ways. I did not hit the girl back. I just did like this. I don't fight.
You have to understand, we can't just come here and take your side of the story and take someone to jail.
Okay,
we have to ask you these questions.
I understand the situation. Listen, it's good. It's good. Listen, sir. Listen. Matter of fact, I should never even came over here to get my mom. It's sad. I should never came over here to help her. And you guys don't help me. You came over here.
Hang on, we're trying to find out still what happened.
You don't do nothing to the drug houses.
But listen, I can't just boot the door in to get the drugs.
Listen.
I need a search warrant for that, okay?
It's okay. Listen, it's okay.
You understand that?
I'm sorry I even called you guys. I'm sorry.
Anything in there or no?
I mean,
How much is in there? Let me see.
it could be cocaine.
Where was it at?
Look how fine it is. It could be cocaine.
And I'll give you an MDMA kit right now.
Let me get the.
Watch your back. Watch your back. Watch your back. Watch your back.
She just needs to control her emotions right now, man.
Hey,
All right, you can back out.
did she give you her name?
I love you. Call me when you get a bud.
All right.
And I'll be the first to tell you that many times police respond to calls that are just confusing. However, police still have to treat every call with a certain level of urgency so they can offer help where they can. So imagine you're the officer responding to this call and you're trying to figure out what happened. You're actively listening and you're trying to piece together the puzzle of the possibly stolen phone. And sometimes it's just a simple misunderstanding, but other times somebody ends up getting arrested. Now today with this case, we quickly see that the story that the woman's explaining to police is all over the place. And I've never understood why people do this, but as she's talking to the officers, she literally stops and then goes over to some people on her left and tries to initiate a fight. Now the officers quickly separate them and they try to get more information from this woman. And by this time, and although I'm retired, I could quickly tell that.
Now I'm going to tell you guys, a lot of it is about bravado, right? A lot of people still feel like they have to have this hood, strong, I'm the toughest energy. I'm not about that. You start fucking with me, I'm calling the police, period. That's who I'm going to call. They're going to come and deal with you, not me. You know, and I think the problem is a lot of adults nowadays, you know, he always has good ones. And, you know, because of his time in law enforcement, he's able to break these stories down really quickly. But I'm calling the police. I'm not dealing with nobody who's acting a fool, who's trying to put hands on me. I'm too old for that. I'm only 29 years old and I'm not trying to get in no fights with nobody. Not trying to mess up my face. Not trying to get no scratches and none of that. I don't want none of that. Fighting is for the birds. It's for the birds. If you're in your 20s, 30s, and you still think fighting is cute, I never thought it was cute. But if you're in your 20s and 30s and you think fighting is cute, that's something you regularly do. You have a chemical imbalance, right? You have a need to get out that aggression that could go to the gym or, you know, some other self. You can learn self-defense. But you know what people do? They go out and they get into altercations and they just fight. That's something they do regularly. And don't get me wrong, I'll throw some hands with you, but I don't see what is the point of getting into altercations with people, you know, much less your family. It does look like there was somebody who's not the family that was involved, and that's what was making a lot of them mad. That the girl that was living there with the green, probably her sister's boyfriend's family member. That's what it looked like. You'll better stop calling the police before everybody end up shot. I've never had that concern, but never. So, anyways, let's see the last little tidbit of what he's going to say here, and then we're going to move on to the next one, okay? Which is a sister squabble, actually. Oh, okay. If they got bond money or life insurance. That's a good question, you know, that you would be asking that person. That's what I'm saying. They have rec buildings or buildings you can go to just to break, to relieve anger. Yeah, but you know, the problem is people don't know how to regulate themselves. And so we see things like this where they're more comfortable fighting and stuff like that.
This situation is about to go left. That's exactly what happens because now a crowd begins to form, and now the officers have to deal with these women attempting to fight each other on top of the phone issue. Now, although police approach this situation very calmly, one of the women literally walks up to one of the officers aggressively as he was just looking in a vehicle, and she gets in his face. And now the officers find out that the original victim is actually the one who allegedly came there and started all of this. And the mother of the original victim played a dangerous game of getting into one of the officers' face and blading her body in a fighting stance. And at this point, the woman is quickly arrested by the officers, and thank goodness that she was unsuccessful when trying to bite that officer.
Oh, Oops, sorry guys. Sorry. I was muted. I didn't know you guys couldn't hear me. My bad. Um, now I didn't forgot everything I said. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. All right, this one. These are two siblings who, went decided to go out for the night, but then some stuff happened. Okay, let me just make sure the ones that I. You know what? Is this the one that I was gonna try and play? Sorry, guys. You lost sound. Yeah, I lost sound for a second. My bad, guys. Yeah, if you could please hit the like button for me, I would appreciate it. I understand we got some dead air right now, but if you guys can go ahead and hit the like button, that would help push me in the algorithm. Trying to bite the police. Very stupid. Very dumb situation. I do not recommend it at all. But let me see here. Where did my? This is the right one. This is the perfect way to spend a relaxing Sunday. Oh, listen, I love true crime in the mornings. That was one thing I used to do back in the day. So I'm gonna actually put this next one because this one was ridiculous. I'm gonna go ahead and blame this on the. I'm gonna blame this one here on the fact that they have legalized cannabis and made it so accessible. All right, so let me put this one up. Boop boop boop. We're gonna move on to this one. Right now, these siblings had they had some words for each other, and then it turned into a squabble, and you won't believe what it was over. Okay, so let's get into this video. Well, y'all saw that mom had a firearm, right? Now, what is this son? Oh boy, look at his face. Now, what did this son regularly be doing in this house that got mom picking up a firearm? Okay, I don't know. Y'all tell me. Wait, you can't hear the video? Let me see. You should be able to hear the video. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna be able to hear the video. Oh, let me try again. Oh boy, let me see what's going on here. See now we can hear you but not the video. Oh boy, let me see what's going on here. Oops. I might have to refresh this. Might be something to do with your capturing software. You know what? It just said that. It just said something about it lost connection to sound. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it out and try it again. Try to put it back on. And you guys let me know if you can hear it too. All right, guys, I'm going to try it one more time. You guys let me know if you can hear it this time. All right, I'm just going to put myself on mute and play.
On June 7, 2022, Dunwoody police were called to a condo complex in Dunwoody, Georgia, after reports of a physical altercation between 18-year-old male and his 20-year-old sister. Upon arrival, officers were met by a concerned mother, firearm in hand, who explained that her son and daughter had been fighting in her room. According to the mother, this wasn't an isolated incident. The argument this time, however, centered around marijuana. The mother stated she'd repeatedly asked her son to leave after he refused to calm down and became verbally abusive.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing? What? Does he have a gun? What's going on? What's up, man? Okay.
Sir, this is my son.
What's going on?
He had an altercation with his sister at 4 o'clock this morning. Marijuana. They got into a fight, a physical fight. Broke into my bedroom, fighting. I've had her locked in this here. I've told him he's got to go. This isn't the first time. It's the first time.
All right, so like I said, if you guys didn't hear it the first time, the mom says she told him to get out. He started being verbally abusive, but he always fights with his sister. This is a common thing. Now, my question, no. The gun, the mom is the one who had the firearm, but the brother and the sister were the ones who were fighting over the weed. Now, he punched his sister a couple times, which we're going to learn a little bit more about that, but I guess he tends to get aggressive. Now, my only belief here is that if a mother has a firearm like that, if she's a genuine person, doesn't really have issues like that, 9 times out of 10, that child probably gets aggressive a lot. And it's probably a regular part of their household. Now, the mom is going to say a few things here when they ask her about what's going on, about his behavior in the house. Make sure you guys pay attention to that, because he is 18 now. And you know what? She did what she needed to do, taking care of him. If he's going to get aggressive and violent and she don't want that in her house, she has every right. Now, this was the moment I showed you guys, when the sound wasn't working. He looks like he be tearing ish up. Okay? She opened the door packing heat. Yes, she did. My question, where's the father? That's usually my first question during violent DV situations. Well, that's a good question, but he's obviously not there. Okay. He's looking guilty. He is. He is looking kind of guilty. What the hell? She opened the door packing heat. I think that there's a fear there. Yeah, to have something to that extent for protection against your own son must have been a demon. Find dad or he has to get out. And I agree, because now you got this young man who's probably getting the strength of a man who has no respect, no boundaries, doesn't do what's required of him, doesn't do anything, probably, right? He got to go. Either he got to go be with his dad or he got to go to the streets and grow up like an adult since he thinks he's one. The mom shouldn't have to be in her house carrying a firearm, and she's going to talk about his behavior in the home. So just make sure you guys pay attention to that as they're coming into
what's going on.
Evaluate the situation.
He had an altercation with his sister at 4 o'clock this morning. Marijuana. They got into a fight, a physical fight. Broke into my bedroom, fighting. I've had her locked in this here. I've told him he's got to go. This isn't the first time. It's the first time in this unit, but it's not the first time he's attacked his sister.
This happened at 4 a.m.?
This happened at 4 a.m.
Why are you calling now? And why do you have your gun out?
Sir, because of my son's aggression, and I've asked him to leave my house, and he refuses.
Take your hands out your pockets for me.
And he refuses. I said, Jacob, leave my home. He has disrespected me. He has said, fuck me. He has said, fuck everybody. If that's how you feel, you got to get out of my house.
He's 18. Go have a seat on your couch for me. Let me talk to him real quick. Come out here real quick.
The brother confirmed his mother's account, admitting the fight stemmed from a disagreement over marijuana.
She told me, I told her to buy marijuana. I got woke up at 4 in the morning over some weed. I said, woke me up and said, I told her I said I have some weed left. She took my weed and she took all my stuff. So when I asked for it back, we got to altercation. That's what happened, the whole point. Because she got mad. I asked for it back. She had my cousin left because I had another witness, but I told her for my weed back because she gave her my weed, but she had stole also some other stuff that I had to go with my weed. So when I asked for it back, I tried to basically just settle it right there, so kind of get my stuff back. She told me no. She said, you can't give me some weed. You can't give me something and take it back. I said, all right, bro. So I wake my mom up first. She wouldn't wake up. So then I took into my own hands and I'm ready to live with the consequences.
What happened between you and your sister?
After I tried to
like physical altercation.
First we was wrestling. I threw 2 hits. I landed 2. That was at 4. She ended up rushing. You know, I'm in my mom's room, threw on the bed, and then I swung up to the left hand, smacked her the first time. Then we got her going in the back of her bathroom, my mom's bathroom, we was wrestling. She kept going, so I just put her in a headlock, and I just said, "Yes, that chill, you done, chill."
How old is your sister?
She's 20. When she got up, she swung at me again, but missed. So then I swung one more time to hit her. After that, that was that.
Who started the physical altercation?
Who started it? You could say I did, you know. I did it since I tried to wake her up.
My problem is, why would nobody tell? Because he's acting real cool, calm, collected right now. But why would you be swinging at your sibling because of some weed that admittedly he's going to say he gave her? Okay, he's going to tell us that he gave her the weed. And because they got into this little argument and the mom was kicking him out and things like that, or because they got into this, whatever, they got into an argument and he wanted the weed back. Okay, that's why he punched her. The fact that he thinks that's a normal reaction to wanting a belonging of yours back, yeah, he needs help. He obviously has a temper issue. He's probably one of those ones that's like a quiet storm. Like he'll be nice and groovy, like seeming like he's calm, and then pop, 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 start acting crazy out of nowhere. That's what he seems like. Because he's really calm talking to the police officer. I find that the ones that are all rah, 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 those are the worst cases. Usually it's going to fall somewhere like this where they're calm and collected, but when you get them mad, they can become a beast, right? Somebody who can't be controlled. Because I don't believe his mama got that gun for no reason. Boy, go buy some more weed and get over it. Right. It's too early in the morning for that mess. Time to grow up. Yeah, exactly. The little sister is a thief. No, she's not. The problem is he wanted to do something petty, and she's like, no. The fact that you're over there going to wake your mom up to deal with you and your grown sister fighting in the first place shows how immature you are. So if you can't respect the mom's house, you can't stop acting a fool and trying to fight people over substances, then yeah, she has a right to want you to leave. Her daughter's obviously not threatening her or causing any violent issues in the home. So she's not asking her to leave. She's also said that he's done this before. He has attacked his sister physically before. I'm not just assuming he's always in the wrong, but he should not be putting his hands on anybody. You should be able to talk without, feeling the need to hit something or somebody. Like I said, the stress tolerance, that's something you got to figure out on your own. Nobody owes you to keep you in a good mood. It's your responsibility to regulate your own emotions.
She wouldn't wake up. I'm not going to scream in your ear or pour water and just wake up over some weed. So I went back to ask her. I said, "Give me my weed back then." She told me no. She said, "You can't give me it and then ask for it back." But it's mine. But so I took it to my own hand. So I'm gonna take the consequences.
So then what happened when you asked for a weed back? She said that she wanted.
She told me she wouldn't give it back. Also, I left out money. I took her phone. I said, "She wouldn't give me a weed." I made it. I escalated the situation. I took her phone. I said, "All right, I did." Took her phone. She followed me into the room, and then that's where it happened. That's the whole story. I took her phone. She followed me into my mom's room, and that happened.
That's
when it was face to face at 4 something in the morning. I got woken up, but that's beside the point. I normally take my actions out. If I got to go, if I have a record.
Whoa. You said you got woke up at 4 in the morning?
I got woke up at 4 in the morning.
By your sister?
And if you have a witness, you can ask my cousin.
Your sister woke you up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Why?
For some weed.
For weed?
For weed.
And you gave it to her?
I told her she could have it. I didn't even give it to her. I said, well, I told her where it was. I said, look, I said, you go get it. She went to go get it. You can ask her if she lies, she lies.
Okay.
But if you want to witness, I have a phone number that you can have.
So she came to get your weed. You told her she could have it. Then
she started acting funny because my cousin was around. She started acting funny because she first asked me a lot. Besides the weed, she took my last leaf to roll with. I had a leaf. She took that without asking. So I said, is that fair? She was like, you took mine. I said, no. I said, I asked you for yours. You gave it to me, but you just take mine without asking.
And this is all at 4 in the morning?
4 in the morning. I got to wait to get her. So she was like, she thought it was just, you know how it goes. She was like, well, I gave you mine because I asked. You only asked for weed, Cody. And then so she looked at me. She started being funny because my cousin was in the bathroom with her. I said, okay, then give me my weed back. You can't do that. You can't give it to me and then want it back. I said, what? So I took her phone. And like I said, when she followed me to my mama's room after that, it was face to face. I threw on the bed because she was too close to my face. I threw on my bed, and that's when we started. I pushed on the bed first.
She wouldn't give you weed back, so you took her phone. Then you went to your mom's room, and then she came after you in your mom's room, got in your face, and then you threw her on the bed.
And then she got up, rushed. So I swung again. I made the first contact again. I swung, smacked her, started wrestling in the bathroom, put her in a chokehold because I wasn't trying to really hit her. After I smacked her, I literally was wrestling.
What you need some weed at 4 a.m. for? I don't know, man. Honestly, she don't need these grown kids in her house. This is what I have to say. You know, because mom could low-key just be on overdrive because she's worried about the fighting. Like, you know how scary it is to wake up and all you hear is thumping and rolling around and noise? Right? She could very well be disturbed by all this nonsense, and that's why she even felt the need to get her gun and be worried about all the thumping and rolling. My problem is that this young man is very immature. That was not worth putting your hands on her over. I'm sorry, it's not. It's not. You could have made her pay you to get her phone back. Whatever. It's probably not more than $20 worth of weed in the first place. So you did all of that because of some weed? Slapping, knocking her down, throwing her down, snatching her phone over some weed? This is concerning that he wasn't able to regulate himself. Yeah, that's the main thing that bothers me. Because the mom is probably sleeping because she just got back from work, or she got work in the morning, or maybe she's just trying to get some rest. And these kids are sitting here at 4 o'clock in the morning because that's one reason why you'd be up at 4 o'clock in the morning is if you don't have shit to do. At 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm facing a pillow. I'm sleeping. You know, I'm not thinking about weed or games or whatever. So the fact that she's up, you know, they're up doing stupid stuff like this in the first place, it's probably regular because you woke up and gave it to her. Because if you were sleeping, you wouldn't give it to her. But you woke up and gave it to her. Okay? I don't know, man. But you know, this is why these family situations just get so strange. Because the nature of everything that's going on is just so ridiculous. But that's how family be. Sometimes family, the situations that y'all have be crazy as hell. Yeah, I agree with that. I think they shouldn't be. But, you know, I think, you know, maybe the mom uses weed too. I'm going to say the house is beautiful. It's a beautiful unit. Everything looks so shiny in there and clean. So obviously, you know, she keeps the house well. But she shouldn't have to be in her house holding a gun because she's scared. You know, weed doesn't kill anybody. That doesn't cause people to act like this. People who are acting like this, that's because that's them. It ain't the weed. So, hey, we unlock. What's going on? The mama should have told the daughter not to touch that boy's. Oh Lord, Vic, you're just in the chat. First of all, Vic, you're highly politicizing the chat, and you're making every racial connection that you can find in the chat as well. And I would like you to stop. As long as it's not nicotine or anything other than weed, and obviously of legal age first. Yeah, well, none of them are of legal age to be doing weed. So
After I got on the floor, I just put my choke on, like, chill, are you done? Are you done? After my mom caught her breath and we got up, she separated us. Kobe had tried to, she basically swung, she tried to, but she missed. So then I swung again and hit her. And then that was that.
The police didn't get called over 12 hours ago? Why not?
That's why I'm calm. And I told her, I said, you know, I live on my actions. If I have a record,
that's for us,
I'll have my record. I told her, I'm 18 now. She right. I'm 18. You live with your consequences. I said, yes, ma'am.
You got a car?
No. I don't get one now.
Hang out in the kitchen.
Yes, sir.
Actually, you got a room?
I sleep in it. I sleep on a mattress.
Okay, hang out right here for me.
His grandmother was talking in Congress for 4 months. 18, just the 4th, I'm sorry.
Man,
4th of this
you come talk to me real quick.
They put it out. His beloved grandmother on his father's side. They put it out in May. She said,
She claimed the fight turned physical, resulting in punches being thrown and a terrifying headlock that left her gasping for air.
Okay, so around 4 a.m. this morning, she's not here anymore, but I have my little cousin here as well. We decided we were participating in smoking, so we decided we wanted to smoke. So
You and your cousin?
Yes. So we woke him up. He has no problem giving me gas. We share gas all the time. So, well, we share it all the time. So I asked him if he can give us some so we can roll up, and then that was that. But he got up, he gave me the pack, he told me where it was, took the gas out. What we used to roll it with, he also had that as well. So I was just going to use that to put the gas in it. He told me that was his last. He didn't want me to use it.
His last paper?
His last leaf. It was a game leaf.
Okay, I got you.
So I said, okay, well, I didn't have an attitude. I said, okay, well, when I shared my leaf earlier with you, there was no problem, no questions asked. I'll let you have it. But when I asked for it, it's, oh no, that's my last, which is cool. You can have it back. I admit I did toss the thing back on the ground. That was uncool with me, but I did toss it back. He picked it up. He had after me. He said, you know what? I want the weed back. Give me the weed back. I was like, you don't get to take it back after you've already given it to me. That's like me giving you money and then asking for it back when I'm mad at you. So I told him, you can have your weed. You said that's your last. That's cool. I have papers. I just wanted to leave because that's like a better alternative. But he can have the leaf back. No, he was upset. No, you gonna give me my weed. You gonna give me my weed. No, I'm not giving it back. You gave it to me. He took my phone and put it in his pocket. So I'm like, no, you're not gonna take my phone. We're not doing this. It's 4 a.m. I don't want to wake my mother up. I'm reaching for my phone and he grabs my hand and he's holding on to my hand. So I grab his shirt. I was like, give me my phone. That's all I want is my phone. He pushed me off and he went in her room and tried to wake her up. And I followed in there again, trying to get my device back. And that's when he, we followed her bed. That's what woke her up.
Where did he hit you at?
It felt like
These two dingbats are so immature. Okay, she's immature for being a beggar, but then having an attitude, right? Because if you don't have weed, I don't care if you share all the time. If you don't have weed and you have an alternative to rolling, and he tells you that's his last paper, what is the, like, it's so stupid and immature that they're both children. They're both little kids, right? They need to go figure out how to live somewhere else because they are stressing the hell out of their mom for no reason. Mama got the gun out. She's worried about the brother yoking his sister up all the time because they're always getting into arguments, right? She's right. She's right to be concerned that her son is willing to exert physical violence on his sister. She's right to be concerned about that. But it doesn't mean they're both not idiots. They're both idiots. Okay, she basically said, I asked him for something that I didn't need to ask for just because of my preference. And when he said no, I got disrespectful and threw it on the floor. And when he said he wanted his stuff back, I acted like he was somehow being the unreasonable one. Okay? She's stupid. And he's dumb too. He's dumb for falling for the bait and, pretty much scrapping with his sister over some weed. This is stupid. Why would you put her in a headlock over this? This is not worth putting her in a headlock in. And if it was only enough to roll, right? It was probably $10 worth of weed. $10. So all of this is extremely immature. Thank you so much, We Unlock, for the super chat. I don't know, I can't tell that there's a symbol or something in there, but thank you so much. I appreciate the support for the channel. King Rooster said everybody's supposed to go to jail. No, he initiated the fight. He literally said, well, I could say it was me who started the fight. Look at how she talks to the police. Immaturity of the most high, definitely very immature. He got that headlock because she was being disrespectful. She could have put that man drugs back where she got it. Well, my thing is, why is he using physical violence over some weed? Both of them were being petty. She was petty for, throwing his stuff on the ground just because he wouldn't give it to her, right? And he was petty for, yoking her up about it and saying, oh, I want the weed, all of it back now because I'm mad. Really, they're both petty. So things don't end well. So the sister is the antagonizer. I low-key had a feeling, but it seems sexist to say it without admittance. I don't know if she is. I think she became the antagonizer when she threw his stuff on the ground because he didn't want to give it to her. At that point, I think that's OD. You're already getting free weed, and I don't care if he does that for you all the time. Like, nobody owes you nothing, but yeah, they both played into each other's BS, definitely, for sure.
As I was looking down, it felt like right here in my head. So I don't have any knots, but I do have a cut on the side of my face, and my nose ring was ripped out. My lip was busted, and then I think that's about it. But yes, at this point, we're tussling.
So now this is out of control. He needs to go to jail. He needs to go to jail, and he needs to go to anger management because this is OD. Your sister shouldn't have that many injuries from a squabble with you over some weed that you were going to give her anyways. Now, yes, you can revoke what you were going to give somebody, but you do not need to be doing all of this. This is OD. She has bruises all over her face now. She has, all over her face. She has the bruising on the side. She has the bruising underneath her lip. That's too much. Yeah, that's too much. Like, I definitely get squabbling, right? But this is too much. And that's on your own family member. He's definitely going to end up doing that to a partner. If you can do all this over some weed that you were going to give up anyways, I think you have issues with regulating your anger. Yeah. This whole thing was stupid. Trust me, it was for a stupid reason, but this is what happened. People fight for stupid reasons, and then it escalates to prison, jail time, trouble, domestic violence, because this is domestic violence, simple domestic battery against a family member. The fact that he was choking her, it might not be necessarily, is that considered strangulation when it's with this part of the arm? That I don't know. That I'll have to look more into. Toxic family relationships breed future DV. Oh yeah, they also accustom you as a woman to physical violence from men, and especially men close to you. So yeah, I'm not saying that she didn't play a part in like them being mad at each other, but I don't think anybody asks for themselves to be hit just because they have bad behavior. That's what I'll say on that. Because it does get tricky when you start to see bruising like this and busted lips and eyes and stuff. Like, that's too much. You don't need to treat your family member like that. And definitely not over something petty like, oh, I want my weed back that I was going to give to her anyways.
So I'm holding on to him while he's still hitting me. So I push him into the bathroom because I'm trying to get him off of me. So he gets on top of me. He's stronger than me, so he pushes me down on the ground, and now he's sitting on top of me, holding me, like his hands around my neck like that.
Could you breathe?
So I couldn't breathe. It was getting harder and harder to breathe. So I'm like, get off me, get off me, get off me. Even my mom was out of breath yelling at him to get off me. He wouldn't let go at first. At some point, I started biting him, but I guess that's what made me end up biting my lip because I was just trying to get him off of me. He was squeezing pretty tight, and I felt like.
Well, you know, Mukavelli, that's the issue, right? He literally beat her up over a dime bag. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of terrible. Like, that's pathetic. That's not enough. That's not enough for this. You know, he talks about, I initiated the physical interaction too. You know, taking her things and pushing her. That's how you start a fight. 6% probably more like a gram. It's mutual. No. I don't think that's what's going to happen here, but we'll see. Because they called it a brawl, remember. Let me see if they got the charges in the comments. Usually they do, if they know them. Where's the comment section? Okay, here we go. No, they don't. So maybe they don't know what the end result of this one is. But okay, let's finish this one up. Then we're going to move on to the next one. Also, guys, take note how, what we're seeing. What's the theme of today so far? What are we seeing for the most part?
Like I was about to lose consciousness.
Okay.
So eventually he did let go. She got us to separate, but he still tried to get over her. And that means we were both just verbally going back and forth at this point until she got him out the room. That was around 4 to 5 a.m. I just came out of my room and seen you guys here, so I don't know what happened just now for her to call y'all.
Y'all didn't call nothing. No one
I
called.
didn't call. As a matter of fact, you seen y'all was on FaceTime with a friend. I was in my bathroom telling him about what's going on because he checked up on me. I let him know what happened. He was calling me back.
Your friend?
Yes. So when I opened the door and I seen you guys come through the door, that's when I was wondering what was going on because I didn't know she called the police.
So how many times did he strike you?
I counted at least 3 times before, I grabbed him and we were both just scuffling at that point.
And when he put you in the headlock?
When he put me in the headlock, I couldn't breathe. I felt myself losing consciousness. So that's why I started trying to bite him, scratch, trying to do anything to get him off of me.
Okay.
And my mother tried to put her weight on him as well, but she said she couldn't breathe. So she had to step out the room for a moment.
Why didn't y'all call him?
At that time.
Was he arguing with your mom tonight?
Yes, I did hear the argument through the door. That's what prompted me to come out, and I saw you guys coming in.
Okay.
That's why.
All right, give me a second.
Right here.
You can ask her if she got any hits. We were still swinging though.
Did you ask why are we here now instead of over 14 hours ago?
Because at the initial point, I asked him to leave. He left for a couple of hours.
Okay.
He called and came back and said, can I come and get a change of clothes until I figure out where I'm going?
Okay.
I allowed him back in.
Okay.
He then walked to get something to eat. I took a nap. I woke up. I'm still trying to reason with my son. Do you realize the point of when you contributed toward this with the escalation? You not take responsibility. So as an end result, he's telling me I'm wrong. Fuck you. Fuck all your friends. That's how I feel about it. I said, if you're going to keep disrespecting like this, get out of my house now. You no longer have 24 hours to figure out where you're going. He's burned all his bridges, sir.
I got you.
He said, no, if you want me to leave, remove me. So that's how you all got here.
Yeah. 1 second.
When my child tells me, F me.
And you could hear the hurt in her voice. That her children are acting like this in her house, that her son's not listening to her. Like she's telling you, you escalated it. You already wasn't supposed to be in my house. Right? And you can't even take responsibility for your actions in this case. Family stuff gets messy. That's why I said nobody wins. This is not about, the sister doesn't go to jail, only the brother does. The whole family is losing right now. The mom she's hurting. You can hear it in her voice. So nobody's winning in this. This is it's bad all around. All of them are going to feel bad about this later. But it does sound like the sister and brother fight regularly. If he can't even be peaceful in the house, that could be why the brother's being put out and the sister's not. The sister's in the house. She's, not causing no trouble. She's going to work. She's going to school, whatever the case may be. I don't know. It doesn't sound like it because she's up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And the way she tried to smooth it out with the police was real smooth. She was like, oh, yeah, my cousin was here. My little cousin was here. And we had decided we want to smoke some weed. Right? She's not innocent. But if he can't keep the peace, if he got to put his hands on somebody If he got to tell his mom, I'm not leaving, so you got to call somebody to come get me. And then look at him. Look how he's looking at the camera now. Not at the camera. Look how he's looking at the cops now. He didn't think his mama was going to call the police. He thought his mom was going to let him run all over her, do all type of stupid shit in their house, make a mess, make a fuss, not do what's required of him. That's what he thought. That's why he's making that face over there looking at her like, she really snitching.
There's no more respect left. So he wants to be Billy Badass. This is his opportunity now. I've saved him as long as I could.
Jacob, when you put her in the headlock, were you squeezing?
Yes, because I couldn't get
Hold on. Well, I didn't black her out. I kept her in the headlock.
Were you squeezing?
You could say I squeezed, but I didn't try to black her out. I was just trying to fight her at that.
This young man has issues. And if he doesn't get those issues under control, he's going to be in a lot of trouble going forward. I can foresee him putting his hands on somebody he dates. This is scary. This is scary because he's saying it casually like he didn't choke her. Hunter Rouse said, I have arrested a family before. It's messy. Yeah, it gets so nasty because everyone involved, they're supposed to be the closest people to you, right? Usually. But at the same time, the closest people to you can also bring you the most issues as well, too. That's possible. So, yeah, Gito, you can kind of tell he got that unhinged attitude because of the way his eyes was looking at her and everybody when they, when they came in. I think he thought his mom was just going to take his bullshit. And his mom was a bigger lady, and she got a gun. She said, "You ain't." Listen, I'm not trying to listen. I'm not trying to speak ill of things, but that parenta, whatever. I'm not gonna finish the sentence because they don't like those sides, right? They don't like those sides of parents, but that's happening a lot. We got Colin Griffith. I'm going to talk about that one probably today or tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night I'll come in with the true crime nighttime series, okay? We'll talk about Colin Griffith. But there's so many cases nowadays. We got Colin Griffith, Antonio, what's his name? Who's the one, the kid that I just talked about? Was it Antonio, not Brown? Antonio Robinson just deleted a couple of years ago. Well, actually now almost a decade, deleted his mom and dad. There's a lot of those type of cases going on right now. I don't blame her for being afraid of things escalating. I mean, you're choking your sister and you don't see what you're doing wrong. You could very well come for me as well. So let's continue. There's only a few minutes left in this video, guys. If you're liking the content, please do me a favor, hit the like button, okay? Because we're here to enjoy the show. We're here to have a good time, but also to learn something from these situations, right? These issues, these body cam videos with family members, they get messy, very, very messy. Sometimes we can think we know what we're seeing and, oh, this is all crazy. But if you guys got family, then things can get messy when family's involved. She's not checking her daughter about being a thief and disrespectful. I think the point is the daughter wasn't the one escalating to violence. So let me see what state this is. This might be Georgia. Yep, Dunwoody, Georgia. But okay, let's finish up this video and then we'll move on to the next one.
But I put her in the leaf, absolutely.
Did she smoke the weed or?
She couldn't. I asked for the weed and the leaf back, and then she got mad, so I took her phone. I asked nicely. She kind of woke her up for 1 minute. She would not wake up. I shook her arm. She still wouldn't wake up. So that's when I took it into my own hands. I gave her a choice. I was like, can I get my weed back? She still got saying that, so I took her phone. And then that's when I said, all right. I was like, now you know. We finna go my mama room. I said, we finna wake mama up. She still told that, right? I told her, I said, y'all give me your phone. She wanted to go in the room and wake her up. And we got to fight.
Y'all still have the weed, or did you smoke it last night?
It's gone.
Okay. All right, do a fair turn around, put your hands behind your back for me.
The brother was charged with aggravated assault and battery, family violence, a first offense. He was transported to DeKalb County Jail.
18 years old with a family violence charge. It only goes downhill from there. You know, that's the problem. You're displaying this level of violence now. Relationships are gonna get rocky. Now, can he turn it around? Absolutely, but he's gonna need therapy. He needs to deal with his aggression. He was too calm about how violent he was. You can't steal something someone gave to you. That's silly. Exactly, Lana Love. At that point, take your L. Right? Take your L in peace. It's a $10 L. You don't have to go and grab and start putting your hands on people, yoking people up, squeezing on them, and then acting like you don't know what you're doing. You know, it's ridiculous. They're not worried about no damn weed. They're not worried about the weed. They're worried about the family violence. You know, it's gonna at some point. It's gonna across the board. It's gonna become recreational. There's too much taxes in it. You know, there's too much of a profit for the state, and it's also extremely convenient for the average person nowadays who lives in a rec state. $20, you go and get you know exactly what you need right there at the dispensary. Not saying that's what I do, but I'm saying that's what people can do now. You don't got to go look for a dealer and none of that stuff. So yeah, a lot more people are consuming. You know, young people are consuming as well. So if you're unemployed, he really needed that $10. He didn't need the $10 because it was in the form of weed. She never paid him for weed before. You know, so for him, it was weed he was gonna smoke or buy more, you know, to smoke at some point. So, anyways, these two are a complete mess. I hope we don't see him in another body cam, but unfortunately, we've gotten into the habit of seeing repeat offenders on here. No violence carries a heavier charge. They will get you for weed if they can't get anything wise. Notice cop asked where the weed was. I don't think there was any charges for the marijuana. Which I think is right here.
It's funny, I'm taking away over there. You want them sandals? Yeah, they're gonna get them sandals over there.
See, he already got the jail slides.
All right, Jacoby. You're under arrest for criminal trespass and domestic violence, aggravated assault, all right? You can't put your hands around people's necks and start choking them out, all right?
Well, that young man, if he don't get his life together, it's gonna be a hard life. I'm telling you. Weed is decriminalized in Georgia. Oh yeah, that's why they don't give a damn about that weed. Because otherwise they would have been acting, you know, a little bit crazier. So yeah, they didn't care about that weed at all. All right, let's move on to the next video. If you guys are enjoying the content, do the favor for me and hit the like button. All right, hit the like button. So we saw this one, we saw this one, we saw fighting over a stash, and now we're gonna see some mother-daughter drama, y'all. Okay? Actually, well, you know, which one is more dramatic? I got two good ones left. I don't know which one to do first. Okay, I'm gonna do mother-daughter because this one is less on that spectrum of which I call it. Let me see. Let me share the screen. And we're going to get into the video in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On January 2nd, 2022, Sandy Springs police responded to a domestic disturbance call at a local apartment complex in Sandy Springs, Georgia. Upon arrival, officers found a mother and daughter involved in a heated argument.
Hey, how you doing? So y'all accept me. Let me just grab some paint. All right.
What is this? Ma'am?
The mother alleged that her daughter was neglecting their child, leading to a dispute. The argument escalated into a physical altercation, during which the mother struck her daughter.
Hey, so what's going on?
Me and my daughter had an argument as usual, and I'm just tired of the disrespect. She's not going to continue to keep disrespecting me in my house. She's not going to raise her hand at me.
Okay.
And I'm not, this is going on too much.
Okay.
Because number one, at the end of the day, that's my grandson in there. He's not a play toy. He's a baby.
Okay.
What pisses me off is they create fear in him. And she does this little noise that scares him. He runs through the house, and she likes to see his reaction, and he runs into walls. So I was laying down on my bed, and I kept hearing him do it. I said, hey, stop scaring him.
No, that's true, right? This grandmother is absolutely doing the right thing. If she's seeing some questionable behavior from the mom and whoever else, she has a right to call that out. Now let's pay attention. You guys let me know if you think the mom is being truthful about what she's hearing and seeing from the mom in her house.
I said, how you get, I said it a couple times. After a while, about 10, 15 minutes gone by, she did it real loud. He took off running, ran right into this wall. Okay. And he hit his forehead. And so I went to reach and grab him, but she picked him up before I did. What really pissed me off was I popped her across her shoulder. I said, stop, I popped her like that. I said, stop scaring that baby. I said, when y'all gonna understand he is not a play toy, he's a baby. And she turned around and she had him in his arm and she punched me. And she said, bitch, don't put your hands on me no more. So when she did that, her Mason fell to the ground and he was laying on the side. And then she came up swinging and I was swinging at her and she grabbed me by the throat and I grabbed her by the throat to try to get her off. So we just had a tussle. And I'm not gonna keep tussling with her no more. I'm not gonna keep tussling with her no more.
Okay. At some point, did you bite her?
Well, yeah, when she grabbed me, I bit her to try to get her to turn me loose because she took her fingers and did it like that in my throat, so I couldn't breathe.
Okay, so the fight happened there and not in her room?
Well, it was between the room and here. We wasn't fighting in her room. I was just opening the door to check on Mason to see.
Sorry, guys. What is with people and choking their family members? Like, why is this normal? I have never choked anybody in my family. I can say that with a surety. I have never choked anybody in my family. Even when we were mad at each other. I've thrown shoes. We've done all kinds of nonsense. But I've never choked anybody in my family. Why is this so normal in these situations? I think it seems genuine too. Now I don't know if she's misinterpreting. Maybe she just don't like her daughter. Yeah, normal people don't choke, family members. That's not a normal thing, that's not a normal type of relationship to have with a family member, that you guys be choking each other up, yoking each other up, punching each other, busting each other's lips and stuff. Like, that's crazy. I understand when you're young, fighting a little bit or a lot of bit. But when you're grown people, that stuff should cease. You should have respect for each other to not be putting hands and feet. You should know how to talk to each other at this point, or don't talk to each other. Yeah, it's all learned behavior. All learned. It's things that they've seen and done.
See how he was doing. We tussled right here in the floor, and she just went in her room and slammed the door. And I said, you need to see if he's all right. I said, check on his forehead. And that's what it went. She kept cursing and carrying on, and like I told her, I said, you got to go tonight because this ain't the first time she done did this. This is not the last time she gonna do this. At the end of the day, I'm not a bad mother. I take good care of my children, but my children are not gonna keep running me in the ground. My children are not gonna keep standing in my house where I have to pay rent and be disrespectful. She don't take care of the baby properly, and that's what upsets me about her with her son.
Okay, but that doesn't give you the right to put your hands on.
I'm not putting my hands on my child like that. She's 18 years old. I don't put my hands on my child. First of all, I don't have no child gonna stand up in my house and disrespect me and hit me back first.
Okay.
And that's just how it goes here. I'm not that kind of woman. First of all, I take good care of children. I love children. Children, that's just me. At the end of the day, she's not going to keep neglecting my grandson because this keeps spilling over. Because she always seems to think when I suggest parenting classes to her, she's only 18. She got pregnant when she was 15. I had to end up getting an abortion. She turned around and got pregnant again, and she ended up having a baby. I don't like the fact that she take my grandson places that he don't need to be. His grandmother is a functional crackhead, and she leaves him in the custody of these people with the father side of the family.
I get that, but she's the mother.
Yes, she is the mother, but like I told her, if you're going to be negligent on him, get him daycare. I have did several applications for her to get childcare. First of all, I am not going to be intimidated in my own home when I ask her to clean her room up. She don't do his laundry. She don't.
And if that's the problem, then you have to evict her.
I've tried to evict her several times, and she keeps coming right back.
But you know what? The mom is making legitimate claims, though. I do think if she's serious, go to the court, right? Because what you're implying is that you don't want to. What you're implying is that basically she's doing whatever she wants, and then using your house as, like a landing ground. So she's in the house, taking care of the kids how she wants, treating the kids how she wants, not really understanding that kids require work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think as a mom, she's okay to recognize that. Now, in terms of bringing the kid all over different places, I think the main thing here is the police need to understand that sometimes the only thing somebody can do is be like, hey, my child's out of control and I'm trying to control the situation and help her. That's the only thing they can do. They're not going to call the police on their child. I doubt she wants to get CPS involved in her child's life, right? Because CPS, a lot of us know sometimes CPS is no better. CPS will just drop them off with whoever has money. And that's not necessarily a good situation most of the times. Michael, I mean, possible. That's definitely possible. Is that her aunt, sister, what? No, that's her mom. Bro, how does your daughter get pregnant? I didn't even realize that still happened. I know I'm sounding, extremely biased. Oh, excuse me, my chest. I know I'm sounding extremely biased, but I didn't even know that still happens. When I shit you not, when I tell you I have not seen a 15-year-old or young person pregnant in a decade, that's what it feels like. It feels like the only time I've seen people pregnant now is like once in a blue moon anyways, and they're older, having kids like in a marriage or something. So I'm really surprised. Is there any mention of a father or a grandfather? I didn't hear any mention of any of that. She's talking about her relationship with her daughter. That's about it. But let's get into the video.
Because her name is on the lease, we have to take it to court.
Yeah, you got to take it to court.
And
That's part of the eviction. So if you're trying's not good enough. You got to do it.
But she don't have nowhere to go with my grandson, and I don't want my daughter out like that.
Then it's a circle. You have to make a decision. You're complaining about her being here. You're complaining about her disobeying you, but you don't want to kick her out. Then you're gonna have to deal with it, and it's gonna keep happening.
We'll have to figure something out. It can't go on like this.
Yeah, clearly.
It can't be.
Clearly.
It can't.
But nothing's gonna change if you don't do anything about it and just complain.
Well, my biggest fear is she's gonna put that baby in the care of somebody that's not gonna have his best interest at heart. That's my grandson. That's my first grandson, and I love that little boy with everything in me. He don't deserve the treatment that she puts him through.
Okay.
Officers spoke with the daughter, who confirmed that the argument began over her care of the child. She described being struck in the back by her mother while holding her child.
All right, you want to explain to me what's going on?
So, my son was in my sister's stuff because when she works from home, and he was pulling at the cords. As you can see, he pulled the cords for me. So I just said, I don't want to hit him. And I said, and he stopped usually. But this time he started crying. He was running in there to my grandma, to his grandma. And he ran into the wall. And I guess she was in her sleep. So it scared her. And she woke up and she started screaming my name. And she just started yelling, you always scare him like that. You always scare him like that. And I said, okay. And I just grabbed him because he was screaming. I grabbed him off the floor. And she started pulling at him like, no, give me my grandson. I said, no, I'm his mom. I got it. Like, I got it. And so I picked him up and I was walking off and she hit me in my back 3 times. And she was like, no, because you always do that to him. I'm like, I don't do anything to him. I just say, hey, I'm not going to pop him. He's 1. He don't understand that. I just say, hey, and he stops. And so she just hit me in my back 3 times. I don't know if you can tell, but she hit me in my back 3 times. Yeah. And I kicked her off like, I went like that. Okay. And so that's when she started hitting me back, and I fell to the floor with my son in my hand. I was just trying to cover him up because she just kept punching me, like just kept punching me. And I was screaming at her to stop hitting me, my son in my hand.
Where else did she hit you?
She bit me on my arm, and then I came back in here, and she just kept punching me in the side of my face.
You have your license on you?
It's in my.
The daughter attempted to record the altercation on her phone, but the mother intervened and took the device. Despite this, the daughter managed to capture a portion of the incident on video.
And so I started recording, and she snatched my phone out of my hand and stopped the recording. And this is all I got on the recording when I had my son in my hand.
Go inside.
And this is when she kept walking with my phone. And I was telling her that she was going to jail because I had my son in my hand. She kept hitting me, and she kept saying that she don't give a fuck if she goes to jail or not. Here you go. And this is when I got my phone back. And I kept telling her I had her on recording doing that.
No, your people aren't running through. I just think that I just haven't seen pregnant people. I'm not gonna lie. Very few. According to the World Population Review, 44% of Americans will experience baldness. I'm glad I read that. I needed that level of randomness. You believe the mom is aggressive, Vic? I don't think we've seen enough evidence of that other than this video that's being popped out now. I'm going to say the daughter is more mild-mannered than I thought. I don't know. Maybe she's acting for the police. Let's continue that.
Because when she called me out my name, a dumb bitch, I called her one back. And I'm not trying to play victim or anything here, but she called me a bitch, I called her one back. And so
how do you spell your first name?
It's L-O-N. I just need to leave. I just want to move out. I can't stay here. Like, I've tried to move out several times before. Like, when I first had him, y'all might have it on file. When I tried to leave with my son, when I first had him, at the time I was 17, and they told me I couldn't leave because she was still my guardian. I'm 18 now. So
what's your phone number?
7.
Can I see your back again? Is these right here? Is that from?
No, this is. Those been there.
Okay. You said on your back, right?
Yeah. On my back.
Yeah, I can see.
And also, like, when I first had him, my friend came to visit him, and she fought me in front of my friend, and my friend was holding my son, and she fought me then. Like, she always hits people out of anger. I just can't do this no more. Like, I really can't.
After carefully considering the evidence and statements from both parties, officers arrested the mother.
Okay.
So after we got into it, she was like, I'm about to call the police. That's when my mother had called in. I think when I had my phone in my hand, I accidentally dialed my mom by accident, so she kind of heard the argument. So that's when I told her I'm about to call the police and tell them to come and get AJ.
Okay, so listen right now. I'm going to need you to put your hands behind your back, okay? You're going to need to let go of your stuff, put your hands behind your back.
Mama, they finna take me to jail.
Okay. Are you going to listen to me?
Are
you going to listen to me?
I am.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
Now, did y'all hear that great grandmother? Hold on.
I'm going to need you to put your hands behind your back, okay? You're going to need to let go of your stuff, put your hands behind your back.
Mama, they finna take me to jail.
Okay. Are you going to listen to me?
She said, and what that got to do with me? Grandma said, you always getting your stupid ass locked up. Great grandmother, because there's 4 generations there, right? There's the daughter's grandmother, her mom, her, and her children. That's 4 generations. Instead of them, teaching each other, loving on each other, learning from each other, they're squabbling and calling great grandmother for bail money. The grandma's like, what that got to do with me? I'm about to have some tea and go to sleep. Right? At 4 p.m. because that's what grandmothers do, great grandmothers do. What does that have to do with her? It's ridiculous, but let's continue.
I'm gonna get.
Are you going to listen to me?
I am.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay. I'm just coming in here.
Yeah, we can do it in here.
Can I use the restroom? I just took my medicine.
That's fine. All right. Go ahead and put your.
Can I use the restroom?
You're gonna have to put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back, man. Put your hands behind your back. Are you gonna listen to me?
Jay, can you come and get my pants? Jay, come and get Mama some pants.
All right, come on. Put your pants down there.
She moves everything.
Can you get her some pants?
No, they're resting wrong. No. Don't take her to jail. No, my mom. Please don't take her to jail. Please, God, I really don't take her to jail.
Get the phone, get my phone and call now.
I will bail you out.
Get my phone and call your grandmother.
Mama.
That's all we can do. Go ahead. Put in or sit back.
Keep taking the disrespect.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that's actually kind of heartbreaking. You know, it obviously sounds like there's a lot of stress. You know, they're tired of fighting each other. But, you know, those family fights, man, they get ugly. They get ugly. And I don't know what she meant, you know, that she's going to lose everything. Maybe the apartment or whatever, if the police are called, I don't know. But, you know, mama got to learn to calm down. Mama can't be up here squabbling, trying to snatch up, you know, her grown daughter like she's a kid and tell her what she can and cannot do with her child. The fact of the matter is she had her child. She works. She does what she needs to do. If she needs childcare, that means she's working. You can't just snatch her up. I don't know who called the cops, Garrett. I think maybe they said the apartment complex is just the one that called. Let me see. Responding to a domestic disturbance call at a local apartment complex. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think, yeah. The mother alleged that her daughter was neglecting their child, leading to a dispute. An argument escalated to during which the mother struck her daughter. I don't know who called the police, but maybe the mother did. I really think all her repressed anger spilled out and got really violent. Maybe. Yeah, the grown daughter should have her own spot, but that doesn't mean that because she's with her mom that her mom can put hands and feet on her just because of her parenting style. You know, I don't know what she was doing that made her mom feel like that, but I don't know. All I gotta say is we don't know the full story or situation of this individual, so nobody really could say what's really going on. You guys could assume stuff. Yeah, all we're doing is assuming. You know, we don't know. There's no charges. I told you guys I couldn't see anything about charges in the chat. Usually they will either put it right here or it will be in the comment section. You can tell in the comment he's talking against mom, grandma. Yeah, nothing about charges, so I don't really know what ended up happening at this point. So, I heard them say the sister called. Oh, wow. Oh, I agree. No hands, but these grown kids with these kids need to be on their own. They definitely do. Back in the day, they used to. I don't know what's going on now. Now they stay with the parents or they get on welfare and then get an apartment on their own. But y'all meant to grow up, move out, raise your own, not keep living with your mom unless you're good at communicating, but that's not here. Yeah, the communication is kind of gone, you know. And then they cried after because they realized the seriousness of it, but it's like, you should realize that before you fight. She watched her daughter get an abortion only to get pregnant as a teen again. It's repressed anger. Her mom tired of the F-ups. You're right. You're right, honestly. And you know what? Since you know why you're right, because somehow that came up all in this arrest. You know, that's we somehow found out that she had an abortion and got pregnant again. All of that. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Gino. That's a really good point. Michael, stop being dusty. He said if you're old enough to spread your legs, you're old enough to be on your own. Wow. All right, let's continue with this video, guys. Let's see what really happens here.
Oh my God.
She'll be able to get it.
How much would I go? I have no money to go to bail. I gotta pay rent. I have money.
Don't take a couple of them. No.
Don't take her to jail. Please, don't take her to jail.
No, at this point, it's not up to us.
How it's not up to y'all? Y'all arrested her.
In Georgia. If it's a domestic violence situation,
You're not going to be able to take it.
Okay. Jenna says, y'all please, can y'all get on the phone with my
Yes,
mother? Please, get my cell phone. Get my cell phone.
That sister needs to calm down. She needs to relax too. You know, getting all worked up like that. You knew your mama was in there squabbling. Perhaps help de-escalate the argument. Otherwise, doing all this dramatic screaming is not helping anything. The judge is going to drop those charges. People are creatures of habits. Guilty. She was lime green toenails polished. She's spicy.
Be able to take your phone, okay?
I know. Genesis, get my phone, baby. What's your password, Mom? 1031. Call.
You need numbers?
I do.
Okay. We'll get the numbers for you,
Okay.
right?
I need shoes on my feet, please.
Yeah.
Sissy, can you buckle up my pants? Yes. I guess what? Well, I hope y'all know. I hope y'all know that this is my life right now.
Why are you guys locking her up?
I have credentials. I'm getting ready to lose for this.
Can my grandmother talk to you guys?
Hold on.
Give us a minute.
How long did you guys get her from?
I guess she's going to Sandy Springs. Why did you call him AJ? Because she kept coming in there hitting me, Jen.
I do AJ.
Mama, yes, you did. Y'all trying to make everything seem like my fault. No, I told you not to hit her. I was going to call the police and you kept hitting me.
I was not. I was in there trying to check if he was Mason all right.
Genesis, she kept freaking hitting me. She bit me on my arm. I thought I hit my son.
AJ, is
Let's bring it down.
are we not?
Can you hurry up and you know? All right, let's go. Put your other shoe on. Put your other shoe on.
I can't. Yeah.
And you know what got me too is when she talking about, oh, she bit her. Now I don't even believe that she actually choked her.
Come on, let's go.
When you take it out, you have to do it yourself.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
Okay, get your shoes on.
Just put the shoe on. Call Prophet Genesis. I need you to call Prophet Angela. Put the shoe on right now. Just put the shoe on. Call Prophet Angela. Call Prophet Tate. Text him and let him know where I'm going.
She's gonna. Hey, listen. She's gonna be going to Fulton County.
We'll be back in. We'll be back in and tell you in a minute. Okay.
Oh, here comes the rain. Well, you have anything in your pockets?
I don't.
Okay. Hold on a second. Right before you get in. Just gonna check. All right. Go ahead.
Officer, I can't breathe back here. Can you just open a window?
Yeah, I will.
I'm very claustrophobic.
I will.
I don't want to.
Let me just step back. Okay?
I can't sit back, officer. My shoulders, I have shoulders. How far we gotta go?
So I gotta go back to Sandy Springs, and then after that we're gonna be going to Rice Street in Atlanta.
I have to sit in the car.
You'll be getting out once I get to Sandy Springs headquarters.
Are you gonna be able to loosen these up a little bit? My hands are going numb.
Yeah, they're gonna be uncomfortable, but I'll check them once we get to Sandy Springs.
Okay. Can we just make this fast? I'm very claustrophobic, sir.
I'm gonna have to go as fast as I can, okay, man?
Okay.
Yeah, you know, Lana, they're really tragic, but they show us what can happen if family violence and issues are not checked, right? If people don't, work together as families to communicate better, to have respect for each other, to, if you are going to cohabitate with your family long term, to do it. On top. Mm-mm. All right, sorry, I was reading a text message. Let me go look at the place that I was just sent to. Closing soon. It says it closes at 5. Oh, the one in Providence closes at 3. Okay, sorry guys. When you're planning for the week ahead, you start thinking about buying groceries and stuff. So, all right. After 70 years on this planet, nothing surprises me. Wow! Congratulations to making it to 70, Michael Wilbur. Yeah, but hey, we're all here escaping something. Might as well enjoy it. Well, you know something. Something unexplained. You make a good point, right? Because we can still learn from these situations, right? We can pay attention to what it looks like when people are in these toxic family situations and how it can escalate. And if your family member says, "Hey, stop hitting me. I don't want to engage in physical violence. I don't want to get in this altercation with you. It's not a back and forth. You're just going to be attacking me." If they tell you they don't want nothing to do with that and you don't stop, they're going to call the police. And then things are going to get really ugly, right? Because now they're talking about the mom losing her credentials. She didn't think about that when she was putting her hands and feet on her child. That's not an excuse to hit your child. You still have to have some level of respect when you're dealing with your family. That's where it gets tricky when you start living with people after, being grown. So, all right, guys, I'm going to play the next video because there really isn't that much going on in this one. After this, they go back and talk to the sisters and stuff like that. But, the charges are already happening. She bit her. So, all right, so we're going to move on to the next one. And this one gets crazy, okay? That's why I saved the best for last. Now, this situation gets ugly because the person who was here to go pick up her child, right, the ex-wife, she brings something that she really isn't supposed to. All right, so let's get into this last video, and then I'm going to see my way out, and we'll move on to the next one. And I'll see you on the next one. Sorry. All right, let's continue.
On May 25, 2022, Austell police officers responded to a call about a woman attempting to pick up her child from her ex-husband while carrying a gun in Austell, Georgia. When officers arrived at the scene, they were greeted by the man's current girlfriend. She explained that her boyfriend and his wife were separated and in the process of getting a divorce. According to her, the wife was upset about her presence and showed up to pick up the child with a gun in her hand, banging on the door. Fearing for her safety, the girlfriend called the police.
She was supposed to pick him up this morning. She called, said she wasn't coming to get him. He had to go to work. So I guess she upset he here with me. And she come over here ranting and raving. And I checked my camera. She pulled off and left. I'm guessing that's after she noticed the camera was back there. She came to the door with the gun.
Like, what was she doing with that gun?
I guess she beat on the door with the gun. And then she was in the back. She was waving it like this.
You got that on camera?
27-13-10-12-39. I wouldn't call because I'm trying to defuse the situation.
And who is she?
But if she got a gun, now I got to do something about it. His wife. They supposed to be separated, getting a divorce. And I don't know what they're doing.
He lives here?
Huh?
He lives here? Okay.
He's not here now.
No, he had to go to work.
Okay, you can pull up that video.
Yeah.
If the RP is Matthew Ellis, he has 17 out of.
Now, this one is tricky, right? Because the family is technically broken up. And this is why I tell you guys, it is not smart. And I don't know if I've actually told you guys this, but this is why I say in general, it is not smart to get involved with a married man, especially not one who is not even in the process of divorce yet, or who still is not finalized, right? Or there's still like a lot of contact with the last partner. That's not to say that that's the situation here, but the problem is you never know what the situation truly is, right? You never know how separated is he really from that woman, and so you're inserting yourself as a caregiver for their child, and again, you're like in limbo because he could go back to this person, right? That's still a relationship that isn't closed yet. It's still, the door is still open there. And so people get themselves in these situations and they don't realize what they're doing. It's ridiculous. So, all right, let's continue.
So I know she wanted to get her son, and which is fine, but she was making threats on the way over here to him before he got the woman. So I knew not to open the door. He in the house. I would have gave him to her if she came over in a positive mindset. But when she got out that car with that gun, I was not opening the door.
The girlfriend provided officers with camera footage that captured the wife holding a gun.
And that door was locked. She broke it. Okay. You see it.
Oh, wow. She's a stupida. Miss Slim, have you been in this situation? Or have you perhaps been the aggressor in this situation? Is that why you calling her a snitch? Okay, you pull up to my house and you break my door. You try to break in my house with a gun because I'm taking care of your little raggedy little baby. We're going to have a problem, right? I'm going to snitch on you. So, that's why I said once it gets into adulthood, it's not about snitching no more. You're doing some foul nonsense, I'm going to call the police on you. She did the right thing, and she was smart to have cameras too, because nowadays in your home, you're not even 100% safe. So it is important to have recordings of your dealings with people so people can't lie on you. Just saying, child, we don't know what's really going on, but okay. No, I know, I'm just kidding. And listen, you're welcome to have your opinion, but I'm going to say this. You come to my house, you start breaking doors and shit, and I got recordings of you doing that shit. The police are dealing with you, okay? So she's showing the police a video of the woman with the gun in front of her house and also breaking the door down.
She also mentioned that the wife had made threats a few weeks earlier and that her boyfriend had advised her to call the police if anything similar happened again.
He said she was making threats.
Yeah, she was making threats, call the cops. Okay. That's what he said. Now, we've been trying to defuse the situation because 2 weeks ago, she was making threats on the outside, and I let it slide.
She came here making threats?
Slide, but this time, she came with a gun.
What was the threat she made last time she came?
She said she was going, if she see me, she going to run me. Well, I was on the inside, so she wasn't directly talking to me. She was talking to him. They was outside talking.
Okay.
And she was like, well, if I see her, I'm going to run her over, I'm going to kill her, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
And she had a crowbar.
She had a crowbar that time?
Yeah.
Do you have that on video?
Oh,
no.
I'm clutching my pearls. This violent bandita. Oh no. Talking about with a crowbar, she gonna run her over. This is too much aggression. But again, honey, you are silly for putting yourself in the middle of the relationship between this man and his ex-wife. Crazy. You know, you could very well be residual damage in this psychotic situation that he used to be in. You know, because it's not his fault if he dated somebody who was crazy. But why would you want to be in this and you're not even married to him yet? You're just a girlfriend. That's crazy.
Okay. All right, we're gonna move forward with.
But I think I gotta do some extra stuff because it is.
Okay.
I can't play with this now. I got kids.
We're deciding what charge it would be. It's going to be some kind of assault, intimidation. Ain't hurt. Civil round for.
Well, she got a sign on the back, but I think it's on the driver's side. I don't know if it's on the passenger side.
Well, she got a
Shortly after, the boyfriend called and informed the officers that he had just spoken with his wife and she would be arriving at the house in about 5 minutes.
How far away are you? 5 minutes. Are you gonna wait for me to get there? No, I just want my son. It's not what I need to wait for you. You don't have nothing to do with it. I just want love.
Till now, 120.
All right.
Till now, sorry. She said she'll be back in 5 minutes.
If you're not gonna be coming over violent, then maybe okay, but don't be coming over there trying to be on some rah-rah stuff. They're trying to put extra rah-rah, but I'm not gonna touch it. No, I just want her to bring my son outside.
All right.
First time.
So this all took place because she said she wanted her child.
Yeah, but okay, so yesterday.
It's really a situation between him and her.
Yeah, actually, no. It's me.
Right.
The whole thing is me. It ain't got nothing to do with the baby. The baby in good care, and he always been in good care. It ain't got nothing to do with him. It's me. It's because I'm around.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I come around, this is how it gets.
Okay.
She could have had her son. She told him yesterday that he was.
Now notice how they said his wife. So he's still married. I don't know if that's clarified somewhere. They do put ex-wife in the title, but that's his. It's probably fresh. Okay, that's what I'm gonna go ahead and say. I feel like brandishing a gun when picking up a kid is not a good way to get custody of to get any kind of custody of the child. Oh wow! So she got arrested in front of the house that she used to live in with her husband. Now this is what the other woman don't be thinking. You know, like it's all easy to call her crazy and whatever, but you don't realize you're in the home that she shared with her child and her husband, and she's on the outside now. That's a tough situation to be in. I don't recommend that situation to any woman. I would suggest any woman I knew and cared about who found herself in that situation to run for the hills, because it's going to be even more drama. It's going to be even more drama.
Was not hitting him, and then end up dropping him off last night.
Okay.
Knowing he's sick.
He told her she's not getting a child.
He's sick.
Okay.
She told him, and he sent me the text. He was not getting the baby, and then she ended up dropping him off last night.
Okay.
Saying she's gonna pick him up this morning.
Okay. So what made her turn into the rah-rah shit?
The fact that she said she called and said she couldn't get him to 7 o'clock. He got to be to work at 6:30.
Okay.
And then she called and said, "Well, y'all deal with it. Y'all take care of him. Blah 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 blah." Okay. Then she called back and said, "Well, he need his medicine. I'm gonna come get him. I'm gonna give him his medicine. Blah 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 blah." Okay, That's fine.
So what made her turn up like that?
She turned up like that every time she think of me.
So she pulled up over here and just got out of her car because she just got mad. Because she thought about you being here.
She was already mad. She was mad yesterday. She was already mad. He wanted me to diffuse the situation. He wanted me to talk to her, and I don't have no problem talking to her. I know that I have kids. I have something to lose. I have a career I'm starting. So my thing is, she's not going to be. So she's been on.
And it's easy to like judge, but this woman's it's not right for her to bring a gun there. That's not what I'm saying. But if that's really the marital home and it looks like a big one, I can see why she's mad. She's like, this Holden came in, took my man, raising my child, right? It's the worst. It's the worst. Even coming into a situation where somebody got a baby mother is yucky, right? Because they don't even it's hard enough raising a family, but now you got all types of different DNAs and personality types and all types of stuff under one household. It's too much. It's too much. He's expecting a fresh divorce to land over well, and now she's supposed to accept this new woman around her child, which she really doesn't have any choice over. It seems like she's losing it a little bit because of that. That's what it appears to, because you don't need to be bringing a gun where your child is at. That's inviting the devil into your home at the end of the day, right? Something bad could happen. He could get involved in it by an accident. It's just not a smart move.
This is not. She always been like this.
Gotcha. Well, we're gonna see if she
I have no choice but to press charges now because she took it too far. Now it's too far.
So basically, she's just upset. She's just upset because you and her husband are together.
Yes.
And she dropped the baby off yesterday.
She did.
And she was.
No, Michael, this is a situation of this is the dad with his new girlfriend and the baby. The wife does not live there. The wife does not live there. She can't be cordial. So it looks like she was coming to pick up. Because remember, she's not going to come pick up a child from a place that she lives in. So she's living in a different place. Now, I don't know how that arrangement came to be where he's living in the house and she's living somewhere else. Usually it's the other way around. But let's continue.
Going to come pick him up yesterday.
No, she wasn't.
No, she's going to come pick him up today.
It's what she said.
But she initially said she didn't want to come pick him up today.
That's what she said.
But then she just all of a sudden changed her mind and said she was going to come pick him up.
Because she know he going to go to work and he going to be here with me.
Okay, so she didn't want the child here with you.
Yeah, that's all.
So she came over here at 6:45 and started banging at the door.
Yes.
Wait, you must be confused, Michael. Yeah, that is her baby. It is her baby. The girlfriend is just here with the man's child. He's at work and she's at the house just taking care of business with the baby. And the mom was mad, who was his ex-wife. She's mad. She wanted to come and pick up her child, but she brought a gun, so it didn't go well.
Saying what?
Yes. I don't know what she said. You can see she didn't say nothing.
I need to send that video to me.
She didn't say nothing. She banging on the door. She didn't say nothing.
When the wife finally showed up, she told officers she was there to pick up her sick son. When asked about the weapon, she denied having a gun.
Ms. Blakely, what's your business here?
My son is sick. My husband lives here, and I guess his mistress in here too. So my baby has a fever. He had a fever of 104, and I took him to the ER. Both of these cars are mine, and I told my husband to bring me my son.
Mm-hmm.
He told me he got it. He's taking him to the doctor. I have his medicine in the car.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be on these antibiotics. He had thrush in his mouth. He had a fever. He's had a fever over a week. He told me he got him. No, you don't. I told him I'm calling the police. He said he on his way here, but when I get here, it's a whole lot.
Ms. Blakely,
Do you have any weapons on you? That's why we're here.
Yeah, Ms. Blakely, did you not come here about an hour ago?
I did come here
How did you come? What was the situation when you came here an hour ago?
to get my son.
What did you do when you came here an hour ago?
Snatched the door open.
You snatched a closed, locked door open, and what else?
That's it.
That's all you did?
Knocked on the door. No doorbell. I called before I came. He said, "Okay, call me when you get there."
Ms. Blakely, did you brandish a weapon when you entered, snatched open their back door?
Did I brandish a weapon?
Did you have a weapon in your hand, waving it around?
No.
Absolutely, you did. We have video of you with the weapon not being on the door and you waving it around.
I just want my son.
We understand that, but you cannot go by coming into somebody's home, snatching, opening their doors.
This is my home.
It doesn't matter who home it is. People are in that home that you were trying to get to.
Let him tell it nobody's in the house.
Okay. Well, you was knocking on the door, so you thought someone was in there.
Oh, so it is her house. So it is her house. They're not even probably. You know what? The ink hasn't even touched that paper yet. They haven't divided their assets, or they're trying to sell the house, or I don't know. Maybe he wants to buy her out of the house. But whatever it is, this woman is coming back to her house to start trouble because you ain't gonna bring a bitch to the house and have her taking care of the kid, right? That's her mindset here. Her mindset is, no, you're not about to be in this house with this woman taking care of my child. We're not together. I'm not in the house here because you're there, and you got some woman up in the house, right? You're clearly working. That woman is taking care of my child in my house. That's crazy. That's her mindset. I'm not saying it's normal, but she's thinking like that. That's why she said his mistress. Mistress, you're divorced. They're not even together anymore, but it's still fresh. That's why she's mad like that.
You just told me his mistress is in there.
That's what I'm assuming, but he told me that's not so.
Why did you have the gun? What was the purpose of that?
What was the purpose of having the gun?
Like waving the gun around and carrying it.
If I had a gun, I don't know this girl. It's been an exchange of words, and if y'all playing with my son, I called her respectfully. My baby is sick. He needs his antibodies. Do you have him? No reply. I called Matthew. Matthew Wearslow, I got him. He's good. Okay, well, you don't have his medicine, so he's not good.
Let's get back to the gun part. What was the purpose of the gun?
There was no purpose of no gun. I don't know what you're talking about.
We saw it.
I know. I just want my kid.
Okay. Come on, put your hand.
So now I'm going to jail.
Yes, you are, honey. You are. Okay, if you show up to a residence that somebody else is living at, right? Because obviously he got cameras and things set up there, maybe because he was worried even about your behavior. How unhinged you got when he decided to end the relationship. Or maybe when you guys mutually decided to split up. Maybe he didn't think it was, maybe he thought it was forever and you thought you guys were going to get back together until you saw this woman at your house. Right? A lot of times people don't be on the same page, and that causes issues too. Sorry, I was thinking about something.
Can I sit in the car? I have real bad anxiety, and I'm about to freak out. Can we loosen them up a little bit? Please.
Yeah, that's as loose as it's gonna get for you.
I understand. All right. What's the plan for this car?
Can I make a phone call so I can come get my friend? My friend.
How long will they be here?
I gotta call him.
So now one time.
Well, Claire,
How long?
it is their house. It is still her house until they divide that asset. If they're divorced or if they're working on being divorced, but she doesn't live there. It's not her primary residence. So she really has no right to be coming in and asking who's in the house. Well, you can't legally evict somebody that you guys are you guys are dual owners or split owners. It still belongs to, it's still part of marital property. So I think maybe because some of you guys have never been like married or don't know any married people, you don't get that part of it. It's still marital property. So that asset will be split up. And I assume she's saying that's my house because it's probably in both of their names. And that's generally how it works. You know, people nowadays, what men and women are working. And so, yeah, it tends to be. And even if it wasn't in her name, it could still end up being marital property. I don't think you guys know the laws in terms of that. And especially Georgia is what's Georgia? No, are they no fault divorce? Actually, I don't know. That part I don't know. Chris, it's like that because your dad likes it like that. So Depends on the state. Yeah, I think it depends on the state too. But I think Georgia is we owned a business and my husband was my accountant. He stole everything. Well, so it's not about that. It's about the fact that he took the money and he put it somewhere else maybe, and so that's the problem. I don't think it's because you weren't legally due it. What state are you from, Dawn? It is still marital property, but at the same time, she is not a residence there because she left and is living. Well, yes, it's not her residence. So her saying like I don't know who was at the house means nothing. Now, is that weird editing or is that car look like it's smooshing away? I don't know. Let me see. Let's finish this.
He was just by my house.
I need the time.
Maybe 15 minutes. I don't live that far from you.
Thirty still, right?
Right.
Where?
About 15 minutes.
Where is it?
It's in the city.
Great. Okay, wait.
Avalon, Dallas Highway.
Dallas Highway?
That's not that far down. It's in Douglasville, not Dallas.
All right, where's your weapon?
At my house.
You took it home.
I've been home. Can I call my husband in? Because he said he was on his way here.
No, your husband have nothing to do with what's going on right
He got a weapon in his arrest. Let us both go to jail.
now. We're talking about you right now. Where's the weapon that you brandished when you came here?
I told you I don't have a weapon. You're saying I have a weapon. I went home. Can I call somebody to get my son out of my girl's car? Can we take me to the cell then?
Can you come on, man? Put your feet in the car.
Sir, listen to me.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
I can't. I'm about
Listen to me. Okay.
I'm
Listen
freak
to
out.
me.
I can't do it.
And you're gonna have to freak out in the back seat. Scoot on in.
I'll cooperate. What do you want?
Okay, scoot in the car.
I can't be in here with the doors closed like
Okay,
this.
we're gonna go. We're gonna go.
Now?
But we can't go with you holding the door open.
I'm scared. Like I'm gonna freak out. I was an
Scoot in the
officer.
car.
I can't.
I understand that. Scoot in the car.
Did she say I was an officer?
If you was an officer, then you know I'm not gonna sit out here and debate with you about this.
I don't want you to debate.
So scoot on in.
Can you do me one favor?
No, you can scoot on in for me though. Drive the door. Okay.
She was arrested, charged with simple assault, and transported to Austell City Jail.
Ooh.
10-4, show me code 8 to 35.
You know what's sad is I didn't have this for when cops are the bad guys. Because technically she's a police officer. So or was a police officer. That's why she was panicked that they were putting her in the back. But I mean, honey, you didn't have to go there with your gun either. That was a little crazy, wasn't it? That was a little crazy. I can't be in the back of the police car because I did something wrong. Definitely pay attention to your assets, like the one that loves you so much could one day hate you just as much. Oh yeah, trust me. That what's the name of that movie? Danger in My Bed? No, There's a Stranger in My Home. One day you might just not recognize that person laying next to you. You know what I'm saying? It can get scary. All right. Or you can finally start to see somebody for who they truly are, right? The rose-colored glasses fall off and who they are is terrifying. Yeah. Sings how she resides at a different residence. She has no right to be on the property unless invited or has permission. That's correct. I think you're mostly correct with that, Clarence. All right, so that was my last one, guys. Her crazy behind showed up there with a gun. It was caught on video, but because of YouTube rules, we can't see all the cool stuff that we usually see, like the guns and stuff. So anyways, I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday. I will see you guys on the next one. Like I said, I'm probably going to come back and do Colin Griffith either tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to try to limit the shows during the week so that I can do the full weekend, like Saturday, Sunday during the day. But it really depends on my schedule. Also, the True Crime Nighttime series is coming back. So I'm going to be doing that. It's something brand new that I started, but I want to try to fit it in regularly and do like 1, 2, maybe 3 days a week of doing that, where it's more laid back. We're not just watching like crazy body cam videos. We're actually looking at deep into one case, focusing in on all the factors of it, breaking it down in the whole criminal justice way like I enjoy. So if you guys can do me a favor, hit the like button on your way out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.